Go live. Hold on a second here. Okay, I think we're live. I think so. All right, let me drop the opening here.
Welcome back to
Boom.
the Hank Strange Situation.
That's right. Make sure you
Lifestyles
guys
of the Locked
subscribe,
and
thumbs
Loaded.
up, ring the bell so you can be notified whenever we go live. We are live. Come on, let's see jazz hands. Come on.
Oh,
There
wait a
we go.
minute. Hang on
Get
a
the
second.
head. Don't start the. Oh, okay. Finger thing. Tony, there's this finger thing that Mike likes to do. Yeah,
Jazz
whatever.
pinkies. Yeah.
That's not me,
What
Tony.
the heck is Mike
That's not.
doing?
That's MW Tactor. You got to talk to about that. That's some kind of craziness he's trying to patent. But we are live. I hope you got your big girl panties on. Okay. This is episode number 426 of the Who Moved My Freedom podcast, coming to you live from sunny, hot, humid, and rainy at the same time, Florida. I don't know what.
Yeah.
I don't know what the heck is the deal.
Yeah, this afternoon the sun finally came out a little bit, but then it was just
Yeah.
muggy even more. So
Yeah, it's crazy, crazy. We're doing a state of the Second Amendment in New Jersey with Tony Simon from 2A4E, 2A for everyone. There he goes, Tony Simon in the house. By the way, shout out to Franklin Armory that's sponsoring this. Shout out to everyone that's in here. As you're coming in, smash your thumbs ups and all that. I think people are still coming in. We've got, let's see, let's go to MW Tactical. Mike, what's up, man?
Not too much, man. Just
Yeah.
getting ready for the weekend. Going to relax. Going to enjoy myself and figure out what I'm going to do.
Yeah, what you do. Don't do anything.
Hey,
Don't
I might
do
just do
anything.
that. Just
Yeah.
sit in the house, watch movies all day.
Recharge the batteries. This is the first time. I think this is the first time that we've got Tony and Mike on the same. I mean, we hang out sometimes,
Right?
basically at shows. That's what I mean by sometimes, like 2 times a year. We hang out at shows and try to get food. Just imagine,
Yeah.
you don't even want to see that what that looks like. So we got these two in here for the first time, but this is a gentleman that's always here, Walter Keller, here with us right now.
I think
Walter?
I think my camera's doing that delay thing. Is my mouth matching?
A little
my,
bit,
Yeah.
a little bit,
Yeah.
yeah. Walter, we're gonna do a vote to see whether or not we give you the ghetto pass.
Do
Yeah.
I get to go to the?
Yeah,
Do I
'cause-
get the seat? Do I get the seat in the back of the bus today or something or what?
Well, if three brothers could approve you today, I mean, you never know,
Hey.
man.
That's all right.
Yeah.
I don't.
Walter, today your name is Pookie.
Oh, that's cold. That's cold.
Come on,
Pookie.
Pookie. Pookie.
With a K, with a K.
Oh, not poopy.
Yeah, not poopy, not poopy.
That's
Yeah.
that's totally different.
Yeah, it's a
Okay.
completely different thing.
Okay.
Yeah, so
All right.
let's.
I'll take it. I guess I'll take it.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. So we're gonna cover definitely the Second Amendment. Let me see. I'll try to go through actually and give people a shout out real quick. Chris Williams is out there. Pistol Packing Mama Corey Williams also. The Archangel is out there as well. Let's see who else we got. Chris Bullis, Michael Bender, Jay Brennan, Sean Montoya. There you go. I don't get to shout out people all the time. Matt Morse. Let's see. Oh, Matt Morse says he heard you last night on the TGC podcast. Man, you busy. You just making the
Yeah.
rounds. There you
Yeah,
go.
working. I've been.
Yeah, okay.
I've had pneumonia since the 29th of June. So
Oh wow. Okay.
I was in the hospital for 5 days, and then I've been home because the air in Jersey is trying to kill me. So I'm still recuperating. So since I can't be at work, I've decided to do work for 2A4E and try to get a lot of work done
Oh, okay.
home.
Okay, but you're recovering now, right? Are you on any kind of medications?
Yeah, they had me on lots of antibiotics,
Okay.
and it's getting me straight.
I was just gonna say, is Jersey one of those states that you could smoke the marijuana recreationally or even for medical purposes? I don't know.
No, they couldn't.
I don't know if that helps
the
with
governor-
pneumonia.
Yeah, that doesn't help with anything with your lungs.
No.
But no, the current governor got elected because he said he was going to make that happen, and then he failed miserably.
That is one of the most massive. That current governor that you guys have in New Jersey is one of the worst things. I'm telling you know what? Look, okay, we could definitely talk about states that have bad governors, but New Jersey has like a bad track record right now, in my
It's
personal
like
opinion.
the contest. It's the contest between him and the governor of New York.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of bad governors around the country at this point. Okay, so Jade Grew's out there. I see Jade Grew as well. Let me see who else we've got in here. Appalachian Gunrunner. He says, "What's going on, Mr. Strange and y'all strange peoples? Don't forget to smash the thumbs ups. That's right, do it as you come in. Let's see who else we got. Imposter, Big Cliff, the Tyven Show says hey hey hey. Tyven Show says hey hey hey. So shout out to him. Kathleen Music Lover is also here. Shout out to Kathleen Music Lover. Ray Bazzolo is out there. Richard Monder. Man, Richard Monder's bill, his internet bill from England, has got to be. Walter, you didn't get to see Richard when you were in England, right?
No, we didn't cross paths. Nope.
Yeah. I mean, Richard coming in from England. What time is it in England right now, Walter?
12 o'clock.
It's 12?
12 midnight. When I started that night with you, I was started at 12 o'clock. 12 to 2. 12 to 2.
Yeah, Richard Mondo. I don't know. We got to create something. Like, I know he likes patches, so I don't know. We got to see. Do you guys know who Richard Mondo is? I don't know if the other guys, if like Mike or Tony. Have you ever been to either NRA? I see him sometimes at SHOT Show. There's a white British dude that has a jacket on that has a bunch of patches on it.
Yes,
You ever saw that guy?
I know Richard.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, me and Richard talk quite often.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he's a good guy. I think was he at NRA this year? I think
Yes.
so. Yes.
Yes, he was.
Yeah.
I think I saw him. I think did we speak?
I think
Yeah.
you probably have seen him. Yeah.
You remember when we went to that one event at that one hotel and it was too small, and we left to go to another?
That one
restaurant?
event, Walter, that's code for, remember that strip club we went to?
Yeah. So,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
When we was in the corner, he was over in the other corner, sitting in a chair by the window.
Okay. Yep.
He was
Saw each
sitting next
other.
to John Patton. Yeah, he was sitting next to John.
Yep.
Patton.
Oh, okay. All right.
I actually
cool.
spoke to him when I stopped by the table. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Richard's a cool guy. He likes patches. I don't know. You know, we might have to like do something at some point. Help him out. He has a big patch collection, so I'm not even sure what would be like the sought after patches for him. We'll have to find out, right? Does he has some of your patches, right, Walter?
I'm not
so.
sure.
Okay, yeah, we'll have to figure it out. We'll
We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
We'll get it worked out. E-Rock is out there as well. Kathleen Music Lover says 426. I don't know if that has any special thing. James Miller's out there. Let's see. Simon says train. I see you in the chat. MW's in the chat. Walter's probably in there. DC2 Mega Boost is out there as well. Randy Peacock, Michael Avens. Let's see who else. We got CB. Lola's out there. Red Bear.
Scorched Earth Firearms Training.
Oh, is he in there? Oh,
Yep,
boy.
yep.
Yeah. Okay. We could have gone full like German dark chocolate today.
you could have went 4-way.
Yeah, we could have. I don't think people can handle that.
It'd be quad chocolate.
Yeah, there's only so much chocolate that you could deal with at one time.
That many brothers getting together, it might have to. We'd have to start a rap group or something. It's just not legal for us to be together.
You got to put some milk up in there. Yeah, you gotta do it. You gotta do it.
Well, can we shoot? Mr. Maunder is saying, can we shoot and drink in November? Well,
not at the same time. Not at the same time. Not at the same time. Let's see. I think I said Michael Bender, Steve Dave, YNH. Let's see. I'm trying not to miss anyone in the shout-outs, when you do the shout-outs. Let me see. SoCal Gunner is out there. So shout out to SoCal Gunner, DCG 44s. Macholo 808 also I see. Jake Delahome, Brian Quick. As you said, Scorched Earth Firearms, who I still have to get vengeance on for that stupid old app nonsense from Russia. That he was. I didn't forget about it, man. I didn't forget about you.
Paybacks are hell.
Yeah, I'm still coming for you.
Just when you think you're safe.
Yeah, saltwater junkie I see out there as well. Let me see. I'm trying to scroll that. Walther Arms. There we go. I don't know if I missed anyone. Let me know. We'll still get you a shout out. We'll make it happen. So what's up? I don't know who wants to jump in here. What's up with you, Tony? Other than being sick. Oh, so who put that?
What?
Who's
Oh,
CB?
CB. He says,
Walter and the Pimp.
Well, where's that at? Oh, that one.
so wait. What does that mean? We're supposed to be like dancing in the background, and then Walter comes out with like the deep Barry White voice.
gotta do the spin with the hands up in the air.
I don't know, man. I think the only one of us that could do that is going to be Mike, not me. Not me.
I'm just doing this.
Yeah.
All I'm doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm at the age now, man. If I'm at the party, I'm doing the just slow step from side to side with the solo cup. I'm done dancing on the floor now.
I look like security if I go to a party.
Yeah. There's an age limit. Unless you're going to like old people parties, which that's that's okay.
I'm gonna crash a bingo. I'm gonna crash a bingo hall one night.
A bingo hall? Mm.
I'm gonna do it. I've been saying
That's
I was
brave.
gonna do it for the past 10 years. I've never done it, but I'm gonna do it one time.
Yeah, that's brave. Go ahead. What's that, Tony?
No, I was laying in the hospital day 4, and some of the hospital volunteer singers said this came by and tried to get me to play bingo with them on through the network.
That's
like,
when you pretend I'm
no.
dying. This is my last day on Earth.
I heard her ask the guy next to me. She comes over. I'm like closing my eyes. Someone.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not playing bingo, but right now in Jersey, I have the Minuteman Challenge, which is a friendly shooting competition that we put together to get gun owners to come out and actually use their guns. And it's just fun, camaraderie, 200 rounds, 3 magazine kind of thing. And Sunday we have the semi-automatic pistol edition of the Minuteman Challenge going on at Fort Dix. You can check it out on MinutemanChallenge.com. But part of what we try to do with the Second is for Everyone is introduce firearms owners and new people to Second Amendment groups in the state. We try to get them to the range, introduce them to other gun owners, and bust up that stereotype that either all gun owners are middle-aged white men that hate everybody that's not a middle-aged white dude. Mm-hmm. And we try to get them out to meet people and have them shoot each other's guns. We have food, we have fun, we have prizes, and we just try to bring people together and only talk about, Second Amendment rights and 2nd Amendment New Jersey legislation, stuff like that.
Okay.
But the whole thing is to break that stereotype. And then what I noticed was not a lot of gun people actually participate in the Second Amendment advocacy. Some don't know what the groups are or where you can find them. So what we do is invite the groups to the place to speak. Now it's up to the particular group to befriend these people and tell them what they do. And now you're dealing with them. You're shooting the guy's gun. You're having a conversation. Anti-gunners, also welcome. We want you to come. Ask some questions. As long as everyone's polite, we good. If you're going to show up just to call people names and be nasty, you're going to be asked to leave. The only people
Does that happen?
Not
Does that happen from the anti?
Not happen once.
Okay.
No. The only people that aren't invited, are people that are running for political office. I don't want you there. All right, because the minute you say a D or an R after a name, you lose their audience. People pick sides before you finish your sentence. So just know that is not for you. If you want to find out who's pro Second Amendment, go somewhere else and look it up, because that will not be in my place, because it turns people off. I mean, some people are dyed-in-the-wool Republican, dyed-in-the-wool Democrat, and even if the guy has the same, just everything he believes in, you believe in, but if it's not your party, I've seen people turn completely off to that. So no. And yes, I did have someone try to crash from a party, and I asked them to leave. Okay. Just no.
Yeah.
Have you ever thought about not to bogart anything, but have you ever thought about taking the attempt to bring them there, but just don't allow them to talk politics, just to understand what you're doing as far as firearms and everything?
Pretty much with the things I'm doing, my plate is full. You know what I mean? Just handling one more thing, bringing politicians in to see what we're doing. No, I haven't thought about it because I am busy that night. You know what I mean? I have guest speakers come in from at least 3 different organizations. And sometimes I have people that sponsor us come in. Plus, I have to make sure, the range is run correctly. My volunteers are in place. Everybody has everything they need. Adding one more thing to the plate
Yeah, I'm not sure why it's necessary. I mean, if you want to get people out there shooting and stuff like that, even on like the Republican side or whatever, well, you don't necessarily need to get into it on that day, right? If
Yeah.
people make connections, they could
Yeah.
talk to each other and do that, and there's other opportunities. So,
If a politician wants to come out and take part in our shooting competition, no problem. You know what I mean? If you really want to support it that way, and there are other organizations whose events that they can go to, but I try to keep mine non-political,
okay.
just so it won't be a problem with anyone.
Okay, cool. I've got a question from Brian Quick. I don't know, maybe we should just get into it now. He says, well, he's kind of like asking a question and answering it at the same time, Brian Quick. He says, has 2A advocacy worked effectively in New Jersey? Laugh out loud. Not if people keep voting the same knuckleheads into office. So that's kind of like a question and a comment at the same time.
Well, one, it's growing. It is. But the bad part is voter apathy. Voter apathy on everyone's part, including gun owners that just don't participate. Lack of knowledge of civics. Don't understand. If you want to make a move, the time to make a move is during a primary, because 97% of the voters stay home. So if you want to get someone in, if you want to get someone firearms friendly in, the time to make that move is in June. The time to go and vote for that person. I work the election polls, and I had 590 something people in my district. 26 voted.
Wow. Take over. We can take it over. Yeah.
Think about if you had 26 people come in and vote for pro-gun politicians. They would have been on the ballot in November.
Yeah.
And then people vote party line.
Right.
So
do you have 26 people in your thing that you could recruit to do something like that, or?
It's not where I'm from.
Okay.
Not where I work in the district. I'm not from there. I can travel throughout the county, and this is not the area I'm in.
Okay.
And plus, understand, I do what I do, and I put it out there as a Second Amendment advocate in Jersey. But if you're not in that circle, you're not going to find me.
Yeah.
I mean, if you don't listen to pro-gun podcast, if you don't listen to, follow my Facebook, I try to get out there. I have only been interviewed by gun media.
Okay. Do we have any, is there anyone in the chat from Jersey? We got to find out if we got anyone out there from Jersey. Walter, by the way, before I forget, do you have the bullpup? Do you have that bullpup with you?
This one?
Because I think Tony probably has one of these. Boom, Tony. Well,
Really? We going with the yeet cannon early?
Oh boy.
Yeah. Right there.
Oh, look at that.
There you go.
Yeah,
there you go.
look what I got on the end, though. Ooh.
Oh, that's what everyone says.
You see, that's just mean because I live in Jersey.
Yeah, well, we got to get this organized, man. We got to get this organized. So, okay, so you're saying, I think from what I'm hearing here, that you're saying that only the gun media really is paying attention. What's the plan to get the regular media in Jersey to pay attention to what you're doing? I think you've been doing this now for some time, so.
Yeah, this is my 4th year. I guess I'm not controversial enough. I don't start stuff. I try to keep it on an even keel so people feel welcome. You know what I mean? Like I could be cold, dead hands and, say some of the stuff that is inflammatory, because I did have the state police show up at my very first event. They sent he wasn't even undercover with it. He was just in regular clothes, but obviously they sent him to check it out because the event was small. It was 4 people, and he couldn't explain who told him about it. So yeah, we'd advertise it as African American diversity shoot, and I guess that tweaked some ears, and they wanted to know what we were doing.
Let's see what that's all about.
I think they were stirred, and then they found out we were just gun guys who were trying to explain to people firearms law in the state and introduce people to guns, and that's what we did. But outside of that, no one's ever come at us with anything. Yeah, there you go, Walter.
Oh, Walter, going one up on you.
Ben Franklin's on there.
Hold on, wait 1 second. Let me do a big close up on this. Oh boy,
boom. No Ben Franklin's though. But...
Walter's got his. Oh boy. Wait, hold on. Let me see if I can get the 2 of them. Boom, side to side. There you go. Well, yeah. Okay, so Tony has the OD green with the Benjis. Yeah.
Yes.
Walter has the plain Jane.
With a smashed rear sight.
Yeah.
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 The
Oh, you
fun
messed
thing
up.
was
Yeah.
I was where was I? I was at the Great American Outdoor Show, and I'd written up a review for the Firearms Radio Network, and I met a guy there at working the High Point booth, and I started telling him about his High Point, and I was like, look, the gun is fine, but some of the magazines sucked. I had to tweak the magazine lips so the thing could feed correctly. It was nose diving. I was like, but other than that, for the price I paid, at that point I had over 3,000 rounds of this thing. It's 40 caliber, by the way, so I had 3,000 rounds through it, and it was still running, no problem. And he was like, and I said, and the one thing I like about it is when I say the thing works, and I post a picture of it, the internet loses its mind, and I troll the trolls.
Mhm.
And he was like, well, here, take these $100 bill grips. This will make them angrier. So I took it to me. And I was the president of High Point. I didn't know it at the time, but he just enjoyed the fact that he was like, here, take this.
Yeah.
Ends up really nice guy. We talk every time we see each other. And for the money, it's a good product. I had it because I just didn't care at that time. I just wanted a range pistol to work on those skills, and I wasn't about spending, $300-400 on something that was just a range toy for me. And I'd heard people talk about this thing, and I'm like, it has a fixed barrel, so it should be inherently accurate, compared. And I took it out, and it is. I mean, I've shot 7-inch groups at 100 yards off just throwing it across my range bag, and videotaped it and posted it on my, Simon Says Train on YouTube. So I've done it multiple times. It's an accurate pistol. It's heavy. It's not ergonomic. It has a trigger that feels like mashed potatoes. But you put in work, it'll work.
Yeah.
But yeah, my CZ is much better. My Smith & Wesson 686 has a trigger to die for, and I mean there are better guns out there.
Yeah. As you're
But there are no
speaking,
short-
I'm rolling in. Chris, our friend Chris out there just got a High Point in right now. I think is it a 10 millimeter? I know DC2 Mega Boost was asking about 10 millimeter. Tony, I think you have 10 millimeter. Walter, you've got 10 millimeter.
No, it's 45.
What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
mine's 9mm. 40.
Oh, yours. Oh, 9 to 40. Okay, yours is a 10. By the way, shout out to CloverTac. I see him out there. Shout out. He says CloverTac says, "What's up, Hank, Walter, Magic Mike, Big Tony? When did Mike become Magic Mike? When did you become Magic Mike, Mike?
When he started doing this,
Nah.
Am I missing out?
Dance moves.
Am I missing out on something?
No, that's something that Ghost and Clover started a few months ago.
Okay. Vanessa Kitty says, "Do not pour water on your yeet cannon after midnight."
That'd would be a good video. Actually.
Yeah. Who has a Gremlin toy? Who has like one of those Gremlin dolls? I don't know. I don't think you could. You probably can't find those now. Those are probably collector's items.
Well,
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah. John Ski says you cannot even pump your own gas in New Jersey. That's true.
That's because of the union people, isn't it?
Yeah, well, it's insurance, it's this, it's that, it's the law. You can't pump your own gas in Jersey.
Yeah. Also, Jersey conveniently has refineries. So Jersey's one of, Yeah, Jersey is actually one of the cheapest places. I used to live in Jersey for a couple of years, and they're one of the cheapest places for gas in the country.
Yeah, we get you on everything else, though.
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah. Tax the crap out of you and everything else. But.
Yeah. So with all these laws and everything going on, I don't think I necessarily want to live there. And we're going to probably go over a couple of those things tonight and see what everyone thinks about it. Let's see here. Did you have anything from Jersey you want to fill us in on first here that we can all talk about, or should I pull something up?
Yeah, you
Tony?
can pull something up. We had legislation come through. You hear me?
Yeah, there's a ton of legislation that's going through. That's without.
So
a doubt.
we just had 3 or 4 more laws get passed in the last month.
Mhm.
They were ridiculous. More with the smart gun legislation.
Mhm.
They made a requirement to carry a smart gun. Every gun store has to carry one now. But they changed the law from the early 90s that required if they carried a smart gun, pretty much that was the only handgun new that could be sold in the state. They dropped that part off the law, and now they require these people to have one in every store. It's like $1,200 for this magical pistol. It's only 22 long rifle, and you have to continually have one in the store. So that probably means you have to buy two as a gun shop owner in case you sell one. You still have to have another one in the store. I don't know how that's legal or whether it would be challenged in court, but that's the ridiculousness of the state. They also made 5.7 armor-piercing ammunition illegal, which was already illegal on the federal level, and a couple of more just ignorant things that I can't think off the top of my head.
Right, that sucks. Walter, your buddy is
Yes,
in
sir.
here. Your buddy, I don't know if you
Big
saw
Dick Willie in the house.
Yeah, okay, there you go. Got that out.
Just had to say that.
Yeah, conveniently, Big Dick Willie's his icon that he has, or his avatar, is a pussycat. That's
A kitten.
yeah. It's a little pussy. Big Dick, whatever. Okay, I'll let you guys make your own correlation there.
Whatever.
Yeah, please, as you guys are coming in here, smash the thumbs ups. Okay, we appreciate that. Everyone hanging out with us. Okay, so where do you guys want to start with all this Jersey legislation? Do you want to start with smart guns, or
Who makes a smart gun?
Yeah.
I thought it was a German company. I remember looking it up when it first, because it's the one that also has to have, you have to have the $600 watch to unlock it. I mean, it's just the most ridiculous thing in the world. So yeah, I can't tell you off the top of my head. I just remember some gun shop in Maryland tried to sell one, and he made that drunken YouTube video and closed the shop down.
I'm trying to see. I think you said there's like about 5 or 7 laws, right, that Phil Murphy put in. So other than the smart gun, what other stuff are we looking at? Let's see.
Well, December 10th, the 10-round magazine limitation went in. On around Father's Day this year, he passed some more laws, which was the anniversary of the only mass shooting we had in the state. It was the 1-year anniversary, but it took place in Trenton, New Jersey, and only one person died, but 21 people were shot. But so it didn't really make national news other than a blip. But if it was 5 miles down the road in Princeton, I think it would have made a bigger splash.
Right.
But
it happened in the hood?
Yeah, it was the wrong
Trenton?
demographic. Well, it was the right demographic that got shot up,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it really didn't make the news.
Yeah.
Wow.
So let me see. I'm going to go through some of the. Okay, so here, one of them adds convictions of crimes such as carjacking or making terroristic threats to the list of crimes that ban people from buying firearms in the state. How were you carjacking? Like, I don't.
What is a terroristic threat?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't know.
That could be anything, man.
Yeah, I think a terroristic threat will go into like the movie theater and you yell fire and then people go pandemonium. I can see that one.
That's going to be interesting.
But if you carjack somebody, isn't that
That's already
pretty much have to have
you pretty
some
much
form of
probably
weapons
already
that-
used the gun, then you're already doing something you weren't supposed to do.
It's not even that, though. I mean, is it because you got accused of carjacking or convicted of carjacking? Because a felony's a felony, and you wouldn't be able to own a gun anyway.
Right,
So what's the point?
Yeah, that one doesn't make any sense. Here's another one. Encourage firearm retail dealers and operators of firing ranges in the state to attend suicide prevention course.
Yeah, a
So-
suicide prevention course they have not written up yet, by the way. There's not one stitch of anything about suicide prevention they've written and mandated statewide. Now, there are other places and other programs out there that talk about suicide prevention that they could just make mandatory, which I don't feel is necessary. But they don't, so they're going to make up some bull crap. Somebody's going to get paid because this is Jersey. So somebody's relative is going to make a pamphlet and get
some Democrats going to have
So basically, they just making up the laws, keeping it vague. So it's an interpretation of whatever to keep the loop going that just drains the money.
Yep. And that's they're
Or
good
make
for
it
that,
more,
man.
yeah.
They make up laws and then figure out what they're going to do with it. I could give examples. I won't give one of my job specifically, but I'll give one of my career as a locksmith. That's what I do. Around 96, 95, 97, I don't know, mid-90s, Jersey decided that locksmiths needed license. you needed a locksmith license. You had to go through the state. So you had to have a license if you worked on locks.
Okay.
You had to have another license if you worked on safes, and you had to have another license if you worked on anything that took low voltage electricity. They came up with, I think, $200 per license or $250 per license. I was like, okay. And then they said there were going to be tests required and stuff, but us that were already at the job, you got, grandfather in.
Right.
And then they said, but every year you still have to take classes. And we said, well, what classes? Like, when are you going to renew it? When is the renewal? Okay, I'll get my license. Is it renewal or is it for lifetime? Oh, we don't know. Well, is it going to be 1 year? Is it going to be the same amount?
You got to pass it first.
Bro,
Yeah.
they didn't know. They didn't know. Like it's they would just give us your money and we'll come up with the rest of
Yeah,
it.
we'll figure it out. Okay.
Go as we go along.
Walter loves this. This is you should live in. You never lived in Jersey, right, Walt?
Oh, hell no.
Come on, you didn't live in Jersey.
Yeah.
No, man, I ain't been up in Jersey. Come on.
Yeah, I don't know if any. Go
yeah,
ahead, Mike.
No.
I was gonna say that sounds just like anything else. When you need something more, and they see the instance where people need it more, is more reason to put a tax onto it.
Mm-hmm.
So if you honestly think about it, think about the automobile. Same concept.
Yeah.
No?
Listen, and states have crazy stuff. So I'm sure everyone here that's in a state could tell us crazy stuff about a state. If I'm not mistaken, Tony, I think in Jersey, can you sell cars on a Sunday? I know you can't sell mattresses. I remember that from when I lived there.
Oh,
They were like
right.
weird. There were weird laws like that. Like on a Sunday, no mattresses getting sold. I don't.
Yeah, there are
I don't
weird
know.
laws in every state.
Yeah.
Virginia, you can't buy alcohol. Like you can buy it all the way up until midnight Saturday, but you can't do it
Yeah.
on Sunday.
Yeah.
I think it's like that in
afternoon
North
Yeah.
Carolina also.
Yeah. Let's see. Let me
Blue
go.
laws.
Let me go to another one here. Make it a third-degree crime for people who aren't allowed to have a gun who attempt to obtain one. Okay. All right.
Okay.
I don't know what these laws are going to do. Okay, require firearms to be locked away in a container. I'm sorry, go ahead, Tony. You want to talk on that one?
Yeah, again, and we said this during the hearings. I didn't go to the hearings this time because I went in December. I went twice last year. But this year I was like, no, I'm not going because the die was cast. It's already illegal for someone who's not able to have guns to attempt to buy one. Yet another law that they're going to enforce that they don't even enforce. You can see that with the numbers the FBI has about how many people who, had felonies, filled out the paperwork, and they were found out to be felons. They still didn't get locked up.
Yeah. Obviously some of these are redundant, but I think there's reasons here why they're making all these redundant laws. Let me see. I'm going to try to go through. I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, I was going to say they were going to generalize everything. You make so many laws, and then you're going to make another law that loops everything into one umbrella.
Right.
And it's just a general law. And it's
Well, what they do is make it more and more, make it more vague, pull more things under that umbrella, and also you can go into the election talking about all the anti-gun laws.
Yeah, all the things you did, Nonsense. Okay, require firearms to be locked in a container or box when the gun's owner leaves their home or premises. Okay. Yeah, stupid. Make it a second-degree crime to act as a straw purchaser. I thought that was already a crime. And a third-degree crime to transport, sell, or possess a firearm without a federally licensed serial number. Okay. All of these are stupid. Here's one that's really not good. Require people to renew their firearm identification card every 4 years and show that they have completed a gun safety training course each time they renew the license.
They haven't done that one. That one was dropped.
Oh, it was dropped? Okay. Let's see. And what about requires places that sell handgun ammunition to track their ammunition sales and report them to the state police? Is that still in there?
That was already the law.
Okay.
That was already the law. So, more bullcrap. Now, one of the things they were pushing was if you ordered over 1,000 rounds, I don't even know what time frame they gave it, that you'd have to be reported to your county prosecutor.
Yeah. Some people
Just
order
to be
1,000
made
rounds
aware.
every day.
Yeah,
or
dude,
at a time.
I'm like,
yeah. Or when you order ammo, you're ordering probably a couple thousand rounds. Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, so if you got some training coming up, you order the case. Okay, I'm taking this out of state to go train in Texas. Is that how that goes, or is there a summary before you get shipped to you?
I have no idea. I just found it ridiculous, and that's if you purchase it from a store. And I'm like, well, I would not buy 1,000 rounds from a store anyway. I'm getting that online because usually those are where the deals come in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it'll be a little cheaper.
Yeah. Jersey is not a fun place. I see Special K out there who lived in Jersey. So, not a fun place, Jersey. Okay, let's get into some fun stuff here in Jersey. And by fun stuff, let's
find New Jersey man.
Yeah, that's what I was.
New Jersey man. Let's see.
Oh boy, Walter's on this one.
All right, here we go.
No more Florida man stuff. Okay, Walt, what you got?
Well, this is not really funny, but
okay.
Let me see. Let me see. Oh, New Jersey
Come
man.
on, Pookie, don't bring us down. Don't bring us down.
Give me a second. I'm slow. You see, New Jersey man caught driving 142 in a 65 zone.
What was he driving?
I don't know. Let me click on the article.
Yeah, what car was he driving? Yeah.
Okay, it was a middle-aged white guy. What was he driving? Let's see if he's balling or not. Let me see if he's got an R8 or something. Yeah. Oh shit, he was in a 2018 Jeep Grand Cherokee.
Oh, Grand Cherokee? Oh.
Holy frickin' they go that fast?
Yeah.
One of the special editions.
If it had a Hemi, Trackhawk?
It was a Trailhawk.
Trailhawk.
Yep.
Oh.
That's the one.
Is that the one that's lowered down?
Yeah, it's bad. It's badass.
Okay.
Wait, I thought the Trailhawk was fast, but it was good off road, and then there's the Trackhawk, which is like fast.
Oh,
but
the lower down one.
Yeah, I think the Trackhawk is the fast one for the obviously for the track. The Trailhawk is the off road one.
I gotta see this thing.
James Miller wants to know: do they have a way of tracking you going to PA to buy ammo instead of Jersey?
No.
Okay.
No.
All right.
Not that I would know.
It's real easy. It's real easy to get out of Jersey. Like I remember when we lived in, I lived in like Linden, Roselle, all those places. It doesn't take that long.
Yeah.
To get out of Jersey, to Pennsylvania.
Here's another Jersey man thing. Another unfortunate 8th American to die in Dominican Republic recently.
From Jersey.
From Jersey, yeah.
Yeah.
Why are you going to DR? Seriously.
I don't know.
Why would you go? My sister actually got invited to go to a wedding out there. Mm-hmm. And a friend's 30th birthday. That's what it was. I was actually talking to her about it yesterday, and she said, "Well, where are you going? Dominican Republic? Nope, busy."
Yeah. Why? So why do Americans like Dominican Republic so much? What the hell's going? Is it this like alcohol thing that's killing everyone?
Yeah, with the alcohol thing that was supposedly killing. Well, that's what they think. And the girl was like, "Well, it's an all-inclusive, place, but we'll bring our own alcohol." My sister was like, "Why would I go somewhere bringing alcohol if it's all-inclusive? How was that going?"
Yeah, what was that, Walt?
Does it include a coffin?
Yeah. Do they give you toe tags when you come in there? I mean, what the hell? You go into your room, there's a body bag right there. Just get in and zip your ass up and you're done.
I'm reading this Jersey man stuff, and it's all like people getting killed and shot in the face and punched.
See, Jersey doesn't have fun stuff like Florida.
It ain't like the crazy trailer trash we got here doing weird shit. It's like...
Understand the reason the trailer trash go down there because they don't F around in Jersey. You start pulling here, you get shot.
They don't have to have no heat either down here.
Yeah. Jersey also has a lot of.
All right, we're gonna change.
Jersey has a lot of prisons. Let me just say.
We're gonna go to Florida, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
Razor JB says them Coco Locos in the DR. The Coco Locos. Yeah. That's what's killing everyone.
Jersey has 12 state prisons.
12, yeah.
And state prisons.
So, hey, Tony, let me ask you, does New Jersey do anything like Chicago where you got to have a certain type of card to go buy a firearm before you even...
Okay, to buy a long arm, to buy any firearm, you have to have a firearms ID card. To buy a pistol, you have to have a pistol purchase permit. It's good for 90 days. It supposedly by law takes 30 days to get it, but some towns brag about how long it takes, and they break the law continually. Like Jersey City's mayor brags about it's taking up to a year to get permission from the government to buy a gun.
Yeah. Walter is looking for the Florida man thing because we got to make it up to the people. Let me throw this one. Let me throw this one up from Jersey. I found Newark airport passenger caught with loaded gun bag at security checkpoint. TSA says. So there you go. Let me see. A Pennsylvania man was arrested Thursday morning at Newark Liberty International Airport after being found with a loaded gun as he went through security. Authorities said the Easton resident had a .40 caliber handgun in his carry-on bag as he went through the checkpoint Terminal C. It was loaded with 16 rounds. Go ahead.
He lives in Easton. Easton is the very first town in Pennsylvania after you come out of Jersey on on 78. There is no reason. You should have known better. You live close enough. You should have known better. You don't fly into Newark. You should have flown into Trenton if you wanted to probably get away with something, or just don't fly into Jersey with your firearm. Stay out. Do not come. It is not worth it. They put you away for years here.
How come? I don't understand. Like, maybe you guys can like, how do people accidentally wind up at the airport with their, how does this happen?
You carry it around so much you just forget it.
Forgot. Okay.
Yeah.
And you're going to an airport and you don't think to yourself, are there some things on me that can't go into the airport? Yeah.
I mean, I've done it before, not at the airport. Like one time I went to this government building, and before I even got to the door, I realized I had my firearm on me.
Turn around
and put it in the vehicle and went in and did what I had to do.
Yeah, that's not that bad. That's not like the airport. What were you gonna say, Walter? You were gonna say something about that. Okay.
Are you ready for Florida man?
Hold on one second. I do want to do Florida man.
There's.
I know you found some good stuff. It's Florida. It's not New Jersey.
This is some just bizarre shit.
Okay, but hold on one second, because this is funny. I gotta read this. This is from CB. He says, New Jersey man robs you, Florida man rapes gator.
Nice.
Okay, all right, Walter, go ahead, man.
All right, I got 4 of them here. I'll just read the headlines.
Okay.
Florida man asked cop to help him start scooter he was trying to steal.
That makes sense.
That guy's mugshot's not too bad.
Okay.
So the next one over, Florida man steals 75 pool floats so he can have sex with them.
What?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
that boy's special.
This guy looks like
why 75 though? Seriously, that's reaching.
I don't know. Maybe he's on Viagra or something. I don't know.
I'm telling you, damn. Not since
Florida
Magic
man,
Mike have we seen anything like that.
Okay, the dude that was trying to steal the scooter with the cop was in Clearwater. That's near me.
Yes,
Here's another one down the road a little further.
Mm-hmm.
Florida man eats chicken wings, refuses to pay for them, pulls out his penis.
They should have thrown that. They should have thrown that in the fryer.
Okay, and my last. Here's another one. I found another one. Here,
Yeah.
Florida man threatens man with axe, steals and crashes car. Found naked, hiding in a chicken coop.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Poor chickens didn't have a chance, man.
Yeah.
Naked Florida man dances at McDonald's, tries to have sex with the railing. With the railing,
okay.
With the railing, I guess, someplace. I don't know. It just goes on and on and on. I mean, one right after another.
I'm pretty sure I have. What's that, Mike?
Yeah, I was gonna say there should be a show with all this.
Florida man.
Yeah, they should just make a show.
Yeah. Okay. You're off camera, Mike. You're off camera.
Florida man tells cop his name is Bend Over.
Okay, this is gonna keep going.
The cop didn't think it was funny because Officer Phil, my crackhead, doesn't have a sense of humor.
Wait, I'm trying to find. I thought I had one from Florida here. Hold on a second.
Oh God.
Hold on. Where is this thing? Okay. See, what other Florida ones do you have? What other Florida ones do you have?
It just goes on and on and on, man. Florida man tells cops he'll behead them, eat their eyes and tongues.
Okay.
That's from May 22nd. It just goes on and on. It's like never-ending story, you know. Florida man restaurant stands on chairs, flips off customers, and tells cops to go to Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah.
I'm like,
crazy.
You know.
So here, I found mine. Okay, I don't know what's you guys' opinion on electric cars or the Tesla specifically? You guys for it, against it? What's the Yeah.
Oh, I'm for anything that's technological advances. I just don't ever think I'd own one.
Okay. Walter, how about you? You for it? You against it?
I got nothing against electric car as long as I'm not forced to have one.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Yeah. I mean, for me, it depends on how sexy and cool the tech is. I guess a lot like what Tony's saying. Let's see. Okay, I think we got Mike back. Mike, you for or against electric cars like the Tesla? Because I got a Tesla story coming up here.
I'm against it.
He's against it. Okay, cool. All right, let's. So here's a story that took place in Florida. Tesla driver borrows, quote unquote, electricity from house without warning owner. Yes.
Borrows electricity.
Yeah. So this.
You don't borrow electricity. That means when you borrow something, you have an intention of giving it back.
So,
You didn't
yeah.
borrow, you stole.
This is funny. So So this is what the thing says. Reality is stranger than fiction. Definitely, if anyone told you someone parked a Tesla Model 3 on your lawn and left it charging for 12 hours, you would think that was a lie or a plot of a low-budget B movie. But really, it happened to Phil Fermini, a resident of Lake Worth, Florida, which I used to live in that area. Fermini woke up with his gardener asking him to remove his car from the lawn, but he had not left it there. When he saw the reason for being called that early, he probably did not believe it. A white Tesla Model 3 was over his lawn. Worse still, it was plugged into his external socket on his house. So although lots of evil possibilities were on table, the house owner did just what any person could do. He called the police, and let's see, we may have gone so far as to call 911 ourselves, since a situation like this can seem a bit scary. But what happened, basically, this guy's car broke down, right? The Tesla. He ran out of juice, and what he decided to do was, like, wherever it ran out of juice, he got an extension cord and just jumped over this guy's gate and went and plugged it into his house and left it there for 12 hours.
And the guy left his car too.
He
right?
he left the car
Well,
charging and went away for 12 hours. And when he got back, the cops were waiting for him.
So the Tesla version of a gas can is like, what, 100 feet of extension cord? Just everything goes wrong, you just jump out, plug it in, and find someone's house?
I mean, yo, that could get you into some serious trouble, I think, in Florida, man. Someone will.
Wow.
How does that jack up your electric bill when you charge a car?
I don't think it's that bad. Yeah.
I don't know, man. I just remember getting yelled at because I'd keep going in and out of the house with the air conditioner on when I was a kid.
I don't think it's that bad. I mean, I don't know. We probably have to look up. I mean, that's first of all, slow charging.
Yeah, but you're stealing. You're stealing from somebody.
Yeah. So we got to figure out what we're gonna do. Like, what would you do if you came back to your house and somebody's Tesla was just parked up, like plugged into your house, getting electricity? What are you doing?
Target practice.
I might go get one of my trucks and run it over.
Yeah.
Nice. Now I seen somebody fight somebody over water, like in my neighborhood when they was building the houses in my neighborhood.
Mhm.
And you know, like how the construction guys, they would take water for cement and plaster and all that.
Yeah.
And the guy across the street, they was building the house next to him, and they was using his water. He went out there and they started fighting, like literally.
Oh.
And I thought that was pretty funny.
So what? They just like hooked up a hose to his house?
Yeah,
Like,
just
whatever. We
looked it
getting
up.
this water,
Yeah.
yo.
Yeah, because you know you can hit water running through your house.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
you can-
inside.
Yeah, and the pipes.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So he came outside and was like, "Hey, what are you doing? What in the world?" You know, and I was sitting on my front porch and I just watched it and I just like, wow, this is crazy right
No,
here.
I'm calling a tow truck. I'm sorry. That thing's getting
Yeah.
towed. Getting towed. I mean, listen. If it's an emergency situation, you just broke down there. At least like ring the doorbell and say,
Nah,
"Excuse
you
me,
know
may
what?
I borrow a cup of electricity?"
But you probably, you know, smart eye, like I would probably snip the extension cord where he couldn't see it, you know, at a certain point.
So it wouldn't be charged at all. Ghost Tactical says he would unplug it, test drive it. Possession is 90%. Yeah, but you know, I mean, it was locked. I'm sure it was locked. That's, you know what? That's crazy, man. If people are going to start doing that.
Yeah.
All right.
So
Yeah.
now would
Or
he?
just take his extension cord.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when he gets prosecuted in court, is he responsible for paying that much of the electricity bill also?
I don't know. Let me see. Did they arrest this guy?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the guy just said that he says that the guy didn't even apologize. He says his only excuse was his battery went dead. So that's it. So
And
Being in Jersey,
yeah, like one of those things about an electric car is that, of course, it's just like a regular car. The concept: the faster you drive it, the quicker the battery drains, and the slower you drive it, the longer it lasts. So, but it's more convenient because you can just pull up someplace and just plug it in.
yeah, well, I guess that's the thing, right? Because we all have like plugs outside of our house. You got to start locking those up now.
Exactly.
Got to lock up your plugs, man. You know what people be doing with your plugs when you're. But listen, people do steal other people's electricity. That kind of stuff happens, like, usually in the hood, but it happens. Yeah. I've seen it. Like they steal people's cable, all kinds of stuff, all kinds of things get
hey,
stolen.
what's up? How come my cable's coming in fuzzy? You find there's like 6 different cables running off of yours.
Why is my internet so slow?
Yeah.
The whole
Somebody's
neighborhood's
cable
on your
split.
line.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
Everyone's getting that. Yeah, that's crazy right there, man. That's crazy. Go ahead, Walt.
One last Florida man thing for me.
All right.
This was close to me too here. Florida man tries to steal 26 cars from jail parking lot just after being released.
Wait, so he tried to steal one car or 26?
No, he tried to steal 26. He was going from car to car trying to break in.
Oh, so he was just like smashing windows or
In the parking lot of the jail. This is an old dude too. It's not.
Oh,
like
so they let him out and he needed a ride to
he's
drive
looking
home.
for shit to steal. It's like
There's a reason. There's a reason for that.
Yeah.
A lot of those guys get institutionalized. They probably have no family to go back to, and you're no one's gonna hire you. You know what I mean?
He wanted to go back in. You're saying he just wanted to get arrested again. Right.
You're not a freaking criminal genius when you decide to break into the cars in the parking lot of the prison you just got out of.
Right.
So
Andy attempted to steal 2 sheriff's office vehicles, as well as an ATV used by deputies, which he hotwired. I'm like, what? This dude is like he's like 68.
They got the parking lot on camera. Yeah, they got the parking lot on cameras.
Yeah.
Probably car 5, car 6, all of them just gathered around the TV and just see what else is going on.
Look at this knucklehead. What the hell? Yeah.
There's no way he got to a couple of dozen vehicles without someone noticing. They were watching him for a minute.
Yeah. Richard Monder says he knows a guy here over in England, who plugged his home into the street lights to get power. That happens.
There you go.
People do it.
That happened in the hood all the time.
Yeah. England's got the hoods too. Believe you me. There's some serious hoods out there. Huh?
Speaking of stealing cable, one of the group homes I did work for, kids, live in the group home. They have the lounge that they have their TV in. A crackhead tried to steal the cable wire by grabbing the cable. They wanted to try to steal the TV. It was by the open window on the 2nd floor. They pulled the cable wire off and yanked the television through the 2nd story window. It's like a 30-something inch screen TV. Yeah, they were found under the TV outside.
Knocked out.
Nailed.
Smashed.
A 2-story drop. It just nailed them. And the TV still worked.
Wow.
Had a soft landing. Jake Delahome says #Tony for Congress. DC2 Megaboo says, damn, what did he think he was gone in 60 seconds? The Pants says he had a neighbor who that was on meth, a meth head. They used to steal his power all the time. That one, stealing your neighbor's power all the time. But this wasn't a neighbor. This is just a dude in a Tesla that broke down. He was like, I'm just going to plug in right here.
Yeah, that's ballsy.
Yeah.
In his defense, he probably thinking like, oh, nobody will mind. It's just going to be courteous. I can get far back.
He parked on his lawn.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's why he was probably like, yeah, he wouldn't mind. I'm just trying to get home.
Well, I guess it was nice he didn't park and block his car in. He didn't park in the driveway and block the guy's car. He parked on his lawn.
Yeah, this is not a good thing to try in Florida. I'm telling you, it's not a good idea in Florida. I hope that doesn't become a thing.
By the way, I'm sure a guy that has a gardener would really appreciate you parking on his lawn.
Yeah.
Dude, he loves his lawn so much he hires a professional to take care of it. And
Well,
you
now,
park on it.
admittedly, a lot of places in Florida we have that. Got that going.
Really?
Yeah,
Right.
like not everyone mows their own grass anymore.
All right.
How much?
No,
how
not
much
everyone
does,
gets goats.
How much does a basic model Tesla run for? The car.
I don't know. I think that Model
think at a-
3 is like what 30, 40
30
Walter,
something,
starting.
yeah.
Starting.
Yeah, 30 something.
It could go up. It could go up from there. From what I've
Oh,
seen,
yeah.
you can go like, you could probably get that thing like 70 or something like that, man. Depending on what, like if you get, so it has, you can get just rear wheel drive or all wheel drive, and then there's all kinds of packages they put on there, so it can get pricey, even the Model 3. But that's the hot one because they haven't refreshed any of the other ones. So that's like the hot one that everyone's trying to buy, So
That sounds like when they start making that like the hot thing, you're gonna see everybody driving a Kia around here. Trying to conserve that gas mileage.
Yeah. So let's see. What else? Do you have another?
I don't have a Florida man one, but I do have something that's kind of it's on Fox News today. There's a girl that was going to run against Inan Omar, I guess up in Minnesota or wherever.
Yeah.
Republican candidate aiming to unseat Omar, charged with felony. She's a shoplifter.
Yeah.
Nice.
She got caught shoplifting a ton of shit. It's
Is
like,
that
come
the
on.
is that the only person that's running there? I mean, that's like pretty much guaranteed.
I don't know, but it's
what's
like,
going to happen in that situation, right?
Oh my God, yeah. Oh, and I just, man, come on, couldn't we pick some better people? Come on.
Hey, did you see what Boss Hog wrote?
Yeah, I'm laughing at it.
What did it? Which one is that?
We have crackheads. we have crackheads that steal turkey straight out of the outdoor fryer.
Hopefully that turkey's done by the time this deal.
Oh, dude. Hey, crackheads, man. Crackheads, they got away, man. They'll find a way.
Yeah. Why do we still have crackheads? I thought we moved on from crackheads.
I don't know. Ask Pookie. He knows about it.
I ain't nothing about no crack.
Yeah.
All I know is the CIA. Crack was a CIA invention.
Oh, okay.
To subjugate the you know what I'm talking
the
about.
peoples. The peoples.
The people.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what those people said back then.
Right.
It's like, oh really? Come on. Really?
Yeah. All right. So let's see. Here's another news story I could share with you guys. This is not going to be a fun one. Activist blacksmith teaches gun violence survivors to melt down guns and turn them into farm implements. Travesty. What kind of blacksmith is this guy?
Who the hell uses farm implements made with a blacksmith anymore?
I don't know.
Ain't never heard of John Deere?
I don't know. Yeah.
John Deere tractor, man.
So basically, you might as well have these guys make their own shackles, in my opinion.
Well, you know what? I tell you what. I'm gonna give him a loaded gun and let him beat it down with some heat and turn it into something. I'm gonna see what happens when it goes off.
Right. Yeah.
That just sounds like somebody looking for attention.
Yeah.
I want to see him beat down this aluminum AR-15 into a plow. I want to see that happen.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a useless piece of you know what. So when it's turned into a plow, that is.
Yeah. Tony looks like he's got something to say here. What's up, Tony?
Oh no, I was just thinking of that whole what is it? Beat your swords into plowshares?
Yeah. That's a whole anti-war thing.
Yeah.
So I'm just listening to this going.
How about teach them how? Yeah. How about it? They learn how to defend themselves. That's the thing. So,
how about you learn how to just have a trade, so they can make some money. Make a living. Then they can buy a lot of guns. So.
Yeah. No, he's basically, so what he does is his thing is teaching gun violence survivors to melt down guns and turn them into farm implements.
What is that supposed
to do? But
that
doesn't, it's like, I mean, yeah, whatever.
And what's a gun violence survivor? I mean, what does that even mean? And what's gun violence survivors taking a blacksmith class? Like this just doesn't even sound like a real. Okay, anybody out there know where you can take a blacksmith class?
Well, you can.
No, you can. There's places.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can find you that pretty
See,
quick.
up in New Jersey, the hoity-toity
Oh, no,
Jersey people. No.
But
I'm just wondering, is this a program at the hospital when you go in the emergency room to have your bullet hole fixed up? They go, hey, listen, I know a guy. When you
I
get
know a
out
guy.
of here,
Yeah, this guy will get you set straight.
I know a guy with a really hot forge.
Yeah,
Let me just tell you.
yeah.
I mean, like, when do these two groups of people meet?
It should be
Blacksmiths
against
and
the blacksmith code. Blacksmiths was some of the first dudes making guns, right? He should be kicked out of the blacksmith school for that one. Or, lose your blacksmith license for that nonsense.
They're the second oldest profession aside from prostitution.
Blacksmith.
Yeah.
I believe it.
Well, we had first oldest is the prostitutes because everybody, needs a little bit, and then the guys making the guns.
Mhm.
That's it. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
I find your history lesson questionable.
What, you don't believe him?
Oh, what's the oldest profession then besides?
No, the prostitution thing. Yeah, I've heard that.
Yeah.
Without a
I
doubt.
don't know
Without a
what
doubt.
number 2 was. I don't know what the number 2 was. I'm figuring politicians.
I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah. The number 2 oldest.
Probably preachers, and that's the whole story there. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm looking up for some other stuff here. Let's see. Okay, here's a story on Fox News. Walter usually comes up with the Fox News stories, but this one was a little crazy. Armed men disguised as cops take $40 million in gold, precious metals, and hostages in Brazilian airport heist.
Whoa, where's that?
Yeah, it's on Fox News.
Heist. It's the Lufthansa heist in Brazil.
That's some serious crime there. That ain't no funny business there. Yeah.
Oh no, this was it. So several armed gunmen in federal police cars, they had like these fake federal police cars, entered one of Brazil's busiest airports Thursday and made off with $40 million worth of gold. Who had the $40 million worth of gold going through there? And precious
Hold on a
metals.
second. How much cargo room is in that SUV?
Well,
gold's worth a lot.
Of cargo room.
It's worth a lot now, gold.
How much is? Let me just see something.
Yeah, what is it an ounce?
Gotta do some ciphering here now.
Yeah, I know we're way over $1,000 an ounce, right?
Gold. Let me see gold price right now. Let's see what it is.
So 4 suspects were captured on surveillance tape entering the Sao Paulo International Airport in Guarulhos in a black pickup truck that appeared to have the markings of Brazil's federal police. The 4 men exited the vehicle, at least one armed with a rifle, and confronted airport employees. Security footage then shows the workers loading cargo onto the vehicle. According to the police, the thieves made off with about 1,650 pounds of gold. Wow.
See, that's not that much.
Metals.
Weight-wise, that's not very much weight.
Right. It's not even, what is it, like a half a ton?
Yeah. 3/4.
Yeah.
So this right here is saying, prostitution is the oldest profession.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
The second oldest is spying.
Well, those two things go hand in hand.
Like you're a spy.
Yeah. The second oldest is spying, so people have been spying from the beginning.
Yeah. That's what it
That was
says.
a profession.
Yeah, they're watching the prostitutes.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
No, they're snitching on the dudes that are using it for prostitutes.
Yeah.
That's what they're doing.
Yeah.
There you go.
Bob Hartman says, I think the gold was from a blacksmith. Yeah.
Nice.
I don't know if they're going to get that back. Go ahead, Walt.
Just recently, they caught speaking of gold in England, a private jet flew to Gatwick actually, and they found it was quite a bit of gold. I think it came from a cartel, so it was drug dealer gold because it was cast in the ingots and bars that weren't like a normal. It was home brewed casting. We'll say that.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, but that was quite a bit of money too, actually.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's hard to move. It's hard to move cash around because, what do you do with the $40 million? Some of these drug dealers have whole rooms full of cash, but
I actually had that.
Yeah.
I had that happen to
Heavy.
me once. I got a call. The guy needed me to open the safe up. So I did my due. The door popped open. Now try to get people to stay in the room if I'm working on their safe.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
And he was like, "I'm busy. I'm not worried about it."
Mm-hmm.
And he leaves. Well, of course, the minute the guy walks in the other room, the door pops open. Knots of cash, like the size of a grapefruit, just wrapped up money, $100 bills just rains down on me. Like, I'm like, I just stuck my hands in the air. I'm like, hey, get back in here. And I'm like, my hands, dude, I'm covered waist down with, like, you hit some kind of like crazy lottery. And I'm like, yo, get this. And the guy was like 24, 25 years old. And yeah, okay. So he looked at me. I looked at him. I'm like, I'm just here, you know. Right?
I'm done. I'm done.
Yeah, thank you very much, sir.
Yep.
I'm out.
So I mean, I charged him. He left, and I left, man, and that was in my rear view. Fast forward 6-8 months, get a phone call, go to this house, and it's the same guy. Ends up, I guess, shortly thereafter, between the time I saw him with all this cash and when he called me back, my man had gotten busted and was living on his uncle's couch. And he called me to change
That's the vicious cycle right there. Eric,
I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Eric Smith gave us $2. He says all gun control is racist. There you go. I'm not going to argue that at all. And then Jake Delahome says the second oldest crime is voting for Trump. Laugh out loud. Did you guys see this thing where they spoofed Trump with the presidential seal? Did you see that?
Yeah. That's not even. That's sloppy. Quite frankly, that's sloppy on the president's part.
Oh, you mean like his team? His team?
Yeah, they did. Yeah. They changed the. I don't know if it was the Latin in it or whatever they're writing in there.
Oh, they changed the whole thing.
Yeah. To say something about the 45th president.
Yeah. So here, I found this article in the Daily Mail. It says, exclusive, I have zero clue who did it. If I find them, I will buy them a beer. Creator of spoof presidential seal says there's no chance it was accidentally beamed on stage behind Trump during the speech. So this is the guy. He used to be, he's voted Democrat, but he was a Republican, all of that. And I'm showing the picture right now. Basically, Trump was doing a speech, and behind him, he had like a digital screen, and they had what looked like the
seal,
there, but it was changed. And this article goes through all the things that were changed. Out of one many, they turned it into 45 is a puppet in Spanish.
Yeah,
there's a whole bunch of things, like the 13 arrows, they turned it into 13 golf clubs. The olive branch, they turned into money. There's like something like instead of the American eagle, they had a Russian double eagle, a whole bunch of things like that. They had a hammer and sickle and all that. So, yeah, they had. So, what do you think about that, Walter?
Two things. First thing, Trump's team didn't review what was going to be put up there on the screen, which they should have done ahead of time, because they could have had him. Who knows what could have popped up there. And secondly, that's the main thing. Now that I think about it, it's more.
Somebody wasn't paying attention to that screen behind him.
Yeah. And secondly, it'd be like, you're fired. Get your shit and get
out
of here.
They fired. I think they fired whoever was involved in that. But if you do this a lot, right, you don't necessarily look at that, right? You might not actually have like close.
Yeah, it's not Trump's job to look at it.
Right. But there's probably a lot of people there that didn't notice that was going down.
It's like flag etiquette and all that stuff. You check all that stuff out before you start, so there's not some embarrassing thing being shown or done or something like that. That's his team, that somebody didn't preview this stuff. So, my opinion.
I look at things like that. Listen, there were a lot of people in the Republican Party that were never Trump, and to think all of them somehow disappeared or none would work for him. So I'm like, hey, that could have been just something someone let slide intentionally.
Yeah,
I just don't know.
There's people who supported Trump and now they're mad at him. There's a lot of different.
I would, if I was Trump, I would have done it personally. You're fired. Just like
probably
this, you're fired. You're out of here. Get your bag.
I'm pretty sure that dude got nicely fired. Yeah. Let me see. So here's something about the truth about guns that we could talk about. Some gun law stuff. So new Illinois Gun Dealer Licensing Act drives over 50% of FFLs out of business. Yep. So let's see. Let me go in here with the details. Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker signed the Illinois Gun Dealer Licensing Act in January 2019, shortly after taking office, despite claims from the bill's sponsors that it would not impact dealers or cause any hardship. Those predictions have not aged well. In reality, the new law has decimated gun dealers in the land of Lincoln. It looks like the new act took effect Wednesday, July 11th. If dealers didn't have approval from the state police or have an application on file to become licensed dealers with a heavy fee to accompany the application, they can no longer transfer firearms to non-dealers as part of gun sales. So basically, there were like half the number of people here doing this. So it's already kind of having its effect, right?
Well, that's the intent of it.
Yeah.
And you said this was where?
Illinois?
Illinois.
Yeah.
All right. I got a question. Because we were all down there in 2016, right? At NRA, when it was found out that Springfield Armory and Rock River tried to pull that deal in Illinois, that they were going to be exempt from this new thing that shut down FFLs. I wonder, is this kind of like sort of the same thing? Because that's what that bill was about.
I think it's a rehash version of it, right? I think this is a rehash version of that. I think they shelved it when everyone found out. We got mad. We brought attention to it, but they kept pushing this until they finally got it to go through. So, Eric Smith says Tig Old Biddies would have been great on the. I'm assuming he's saying on the screen. Let me tell you how much you want to bet this happens again. This thing that happened with Trump in that screen, that'll happen again. Someone will do that again.
Oh, it won't. Oh, no, it won't.
No.
No.
All right.
I guarantee the law was laid down this afternoon.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So they're on top of it.
And would you do that if you were the president and that shit happened?
I'm going low tech.
Wouldn't you have a little chat with your staff?
I'm going low tech. I'm not getting in front of any screens.
I would have a very, very, very simple chat with my staff.
Yeah.
If this shit happens again, guess what?
Right.
You're out of here.
Yeah.
Before I can finish my speech, you're out of here.
Oh, yeah. That'll be great on the screen behind you. The dude getting kicked out. Secret Service dragging someone out.
Bring it right up front. You're out of here. Yeah.
Yeah. So do we have anyone out there in Illinois that wants to talk about this thing? I know this is the intended thing of all of this here, there. So.
Yeah. Illinois is on a kamikaze path right now.
It's going down. Lots of places.
They're doing everything they can to the people in Chicago to destroy the whole state.
Yeah. I guess. Go ahead.
That happens in state. Again, people wonder how a state like New Jersey get like it is. You have cities with large enough populations that vote in anti-gun politicians and have that go to your state capital, and you're outnumbered. You're just outnumbered. Like Jersey has Newark, Camden, Trenton, Jersey City, Elizabeth. No, I'm just talking about Jersey.
Well, I know, but I mean a lot of people that whole
influence. No, New York City's like that. Yeah, New York City drags the entire state into the anti-gun side, and people are like, well, why don't you? And I'm like, you can't. When your population centers are concentrated like that, everybody who's not in it has to get together and vote, and that's really hard because of voter apathy. But it's like you have to stand up to these cities because they're going to drag you down and make you the cesspools that they are. Like if you leave those cities out, Jersey is pretty much red, a red state. Well, you know what I mean? When you go by county,
Illinois is pretty much, aside from where the cities are, it's all rural. I mean, it's all farms and stuff like that. There's no population outside the population centers of the cities, so it's pretty tough for them to stage a revolt. I don't know.
Yep.
I mean, is there anything that could be done about that, like redistricting and all
Let
that?
Let them crack. How you redistrict when it's all controlled by Democrats?
Yeah.
Well, but here's the thing. Again, voter apathy does not help. You know what I mean? It just doesn't help, man. Not going to vote because, well, there's nothing I can do is the worst thing you could do.
Well, you got to go vote,
Yeah. Ultimately, like you said, I think these states are going to suffer. Then maybe they'll start to realize that, you know. But I don't know if that's going to be too late, you know.
I don't know.
Well, one correction you can do is you can start getting people in the community, get behind people, and get them to run for office.
Yeah. I think that's what Tony was saying earlier, right? Like it's like going in on the primaries and things like that strategically.
This is one of the reasons that I like AOC, and people go, "Oh my God," and I'm like, "Listen, this as dumb as she is, she wanted to make a difference, and she applied herself. So when you're sitting in your butt talking about she's stupid, understand she went out there and did something. She didn't just sit on her butt. Now she's an idiot, but she got elected because she put herself out there.
Mm-hmm. She's the idiot. She's the idiot that stood up.
She's the idiot that had financial backing from people with money.
Yeah.
She didn't have a pot to pee in. So
nope.
And
still put herself out there though.
Oh yeah.
I can't take that away from her.
She's put herself out there, and everybody now knows what's really going on.
Do you think that she's going to win again in New York? That she's going to retain that thing?
I don't know if she's going to win in New York, but she's digging the Democratic Party, and those three other women are digging the Democratic Party a real deep hole.
Yeah. What do you think about that, Tony? You're up there. Do you think she's, you're not in New York, you're in Jersey, but.
No. Voter apathy is a real thing, man. I mean, people talk a good game. They might not even come out and vote in the next election, and she'll win because they recognize her name in the face. And some people will vote D all the way. So if she's nominated, I mean, unless the party turns on her and pushes someone else, she's going to get in.
Yeah. I saw a poll where they said, yes, everybody knew who she is, but in the same sense, they don't like what she is.
They don't vote, so it makes no difference if they don't like it.
What do you think? What do you think about this, Mike? Do you even pay any attention to AOC?
Me personally, I really don't like talking politics. But at the same time, I do believe that people do not need to vote party specific. They need to look at the candidate and watch what they're doing for your area or whatever serves your better interest. But I think if you're doing party specific voting, you're wrong from the start.
Okay.
Yeah, because you sold your vote to a party. You sold your vote to a platform. They don't have to earn your vote anymore.
Yep.
You know what I mean? They have to do nothing because you're going to vote for them regardless. So you've just made yourself, you've just taken your own voice away.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're kind of like trapped with the two-party system. I can't,
I agree.
I can't argue that, I would agree with that we're trapped in the two-party system. We can't get out of that. So let's see here. Boom. Okay. Do you want to talk about so Truth About Guns has, here we go, we'll throw this up here. Here's a gun related thing that I'll throw up on the screen. Kaboom. Legal gun owner stops Virginia Beach 7-Eleven robbery in progress, killing one suspect. One person is dead and another injured after a robbery turned shooting early Thursday morning at Virginia Beach 7-Eleven. 2 men shot were the suspected robbers. That's a report from the 13 News Now. Let's see. 3 armed men were out for a night of serial stop and rob holdups in the area. They already hit as many as 3 other stores when 2 of the suspects walked into a 7-Eleven and told the clerks to stick them up. But another citizen who was already in the store and in possession of a legal weapon confronted and shot the suspects, police said. An officer located a third person a short distance away from the 7-Eleven and took him into custody. One of the 2 died there. His partner was leaking badly, suffering what reported as serious injuries.
Leaking badly is actually rare.
Yeah, that's like a. Yeah.
That sounds
what
like
is it? I'm sorry, like
things...
breaking badly?
He's leaking badly.
Yeah.
No, I remember in the Trenton paper one time, they said the guy busted caps and was out. I was like, what?
They're writing a song.
He busted caps and was out.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is a newspaper?
Yeah.
But, welcome to Virginia, dude. A lot of people carry. I still remember a story out of Richmond, and only because I had gone to this grocery store, and it's off of Hull Street, at the bad end of Hull Street, and somebody went in to rob a grocery store, and in Virginia you can open carry, and one of the old dude, there was an old dude there open carrying a Colt single action 45 long Colt, and blast dude.
Captain,
he got killed. he got shot with a peacekeeper. Like, wow. Hey, congratulations. You're the first person that got shot by a peacekeeper this century. Way to go, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I grew up in the Virginia area, Newport News, Virginia, so that Virginia Beach area I'm familiar with. And back then, when I was a kid, robbing certain places, it was a trend depending on the season and how many years that went by. So at this point, it was like all the subways was getting robbed, and they couldn't figure it out. And it actually turned out it was a couple guys that I went to school with that was robbing the subways. But I think one of them got shot in the process of robbing it.
Okay.
That was back in like the 90s. So.
But it was only you're talking about the Subway sandwich shops, or?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, but it was only the Subways.
Yeah, so eventually what'll take place is, say like if like Tony said, the grocery stores was getting robbed. So you can almost depict it like every so many weeks, all the grocery stores are going to get robbed. And then it'll go to all the Circle K's, then all the 7-Elevens, and then all the McDonald's. It's like they work in trends, you know what I'm saying? Because the setup is pretty much all the same, and you already know the process of get in and get out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And some of these things are like inside jobs too. I know that happened here in Gainesville, where I think there were these guys that went into Bojangles or something like that, and with an AK, and they robbed the place, and then they found out it was like the manager of the Bojangles set that whole thing up. So
come rob us and get a chicken biscuit also.
Yeah, so that happens. That kind of stuff happens. You know what? Let me here. I want to get this in. The Firearm blog. You guys go to the Firearm blog. Here, I'll throw this up here. So finish RK62M Sacco / Valmet rifle. A closer look at a long anticipated upgrade. Isn't it Babyface that's into the Valmets, or is that you, Walter? I can't remember. Or is it both of you dudes that are into those? Did you see this, Walt?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, that looks pretty good. Well, the one in the top picture with the super tactical green one, that looks pretty badass.
Yeah, those are cool guns.
Yeah. Do you have any of those?
No, I do not, unfortunately.
Okay. So, I mean, I don't know. I'm looking to see if we're getting
I
this
didn't get when those guns were readily available. I didn't have any money, and now that they're not so much, you can still get them, but they just cost more money. I just
I remember seeing these in the gun books when I was a kid in the 80s, man. It was just it's like I wanted one of those, and I wanted a Galil. I just remember those were the guns I wanted as a kid. And then, of course, I live in Jersey, and I can't have pretty much. I mean, I could get a Galil, but no folding stock, no this, no that, and 10-round magazines. So no.
I got a comment on the Firearms blog. The very first article today is Friday Night Lights, night vision optic risers to see better with. Okay, they got Super Joe Tactical there with an AR, and what's he got on it? A pistol brace. Okay. If that was a real operator type person,
he would have an SBR. That's true.
I wouldn't have a pistol brace on the back.
Yeah. Oh, okay. That was aggravating you, Walter.
Well, don't post that picture. That's
the one below that, the guy has a regular stock on it.
That's a Danish dude. I mean, that's a real guy. This other one appears like Joe Super Tactical. Right. It looks like he's got every attachment you could possibly have on your body.
Yeah. Shout out to Ashley from Gunstreamer. I see her out there. Shout out to Ashley from Gunstreamer coming in. Are you on Gunstreamer, Tony?
No, I should be. And it's just one of those things I really have to get to because I want to be on there. And I'm going to start doing more content anyway, video content. I started picking up some things on Prime Day on Amazon to help me out. So I'm going to start making that move.
Okay, because I mean, I know you're already doing videos. You say you're going to pick up like the production pace, or?
Yeah, I'd only post videos for my competitions just to let people see what they look like because some people are intimidated. So I'm like, all right, here's a video of what we do. But I post my podcast on there right now. Oh, okay. Simon Says, if you guys are asking. And I just post a podcast on there for the most part steadily. And I want to start doing more content because I've taped some stuff. I've recorded some stuff. And I got a good laptop now. Thank you, Artisan Tony. And he sent me a laptop, and I'm going to try to put some stuff together.
Oh, really? You got
just
a
to take
laptop
the
from
next level.
Artisan Tony. All right, nice.
Yeah, Artisan Tony likes the stuff I do, and he has 2afund.com. And he was like, hey, man, I have one that I'm not using, and it's older. And I was like, good, because the one I had was revolting. It was actually the cursor would do what it wanted to do, which was really great. You're trying to do something, and you look, and there's a little arrow, and it's just gone, and we're done for the day. When you're trying to write
Where the hell is this
review, and you're like, all right, I'm going.
So what age was this computer from, man? What are you talking about?
I don't even know, man. I mean, I think it was my wife's something. Like, I have never purchased a new laptop, and it was always hand-me-downs, and all I did was watch videos or use docs and type stuff up.
Okay.
So I didn't require anything else, and just they die, and it's like, okay. And I have a lot of stuff to do. The diversity shoots aren't cheap. You have to buy ammo, food, and everything else for them. So I'm, tactically frugal with my money.
Right. I understand. Nothing wrong with that.
And dropping $1,000 on, a laptop to get a good one that is obsolete immediately just wasn't there. And Artisan Tony was like, hey, I got something. I ran CAD software on it. So go ahead. I mean, that should be good for me doing some editing, getting my podcast out, and, of course, typing on. And that's all I need.
All right, cool. Yeah, shout out to him. Ashley at Gunstreamer says, Tony, you should set up an account at Gunstreamer and let them know if you need any help. And she says, we would love to have you a part of the Gunstreamer family. Basically, what they're going to do is pull all your stuff over there anyway. So when you put stuff up on YouTube, it'll pull over there. So that I think is a good idea. And then Walter, I think YNH wanted to know what was a good price for a Valmet back in the days.
I'm trying to find that right now, actually. I don't remember exactly. I just know they cost more than a regular AK did. My first my first regular AK was like, which was a Type 56 Norinco, folding bayonet, all that stuff. Was
when was this, Walter?
1980. Same year as 1986, I think.
Okay. How much was it?
Yeah, Mike is like, I think I was like 2 years old.
Man, I was breakdancing in '86.
Okay.
So was Walter.
Not with those moves.
I think it was like $475.
Okay,
when I bought.
I remember because I watched these. What do you call the gun magazines? It was black and white, and they'd be in the back of them. All the
Shotgun News. Shotgun News.
Not Shotgun News, but yeah, might as well. Okay, something like Shotgun News. And I would look at them until like the pages fell apart. And I'm thinking Valmet's.
They're probably in closer to
1,200.
I don't know, maybe 900, something like that. Yeah, I'm just trying to
between 7 and 1,000, if I remember right. I mean, I looked at my entire like all teen years. That was my wish list.
That's what you were looking at. Okay.
I mean, I bought one of my have guns was an HK91, so I bought an HK91 in the 80s, and it was like $675 when I bought it. So.
That was before HK hated you.
Yeah, that's probably.
That's what when I bought my HK91,
I thought they always hated the people.
Nobody really knew about HKs. They weren't like the thing, They weren't like that.
Really.
Yeah, because they just weren't. They weren't trendy, But then again, there wasn't. I don't think anything was trendy then.
Okay. I was gonna say, when did HKs become the hot gun? I thought that was always the hot gun.
When they banned them. That's when they became a hotter gun. Yeah, I mean,
the 80s was SKSs, SKSs and inexpensive AKs.
Yeah,
and I mean, that was the tactical gun. That was the survivors. Look, my gun magazines all came from the Goodwill. My mom would let me go there because you could pick survival magazines, Soldier of Fortune, and stuff like that. That a kid that was in the guns, I could get it for like 10 cents.
Okay.
So I would go there with whatever money I scrounged up working tobacco or doing chores for families, and I'd go there and just get a freaking honking stack of these magazines and read them until they fell apart. And that's why I'm like, I remember when the 454 came out and was in articles and stuff. 454 Cazul, AK. Yeah. AKs was a big survival gun, but SKSs were huge because they were like $80-something, and everybody could afford to buy a couple.
Okay. Right, yeah. Mike, back in the days, there used to be these things called magazines.
Oh, yeah.
You know, before the internet.
Speaking of that, my son bought me...
I don't know if you ever saw those.
I never ordered anything from a catalog, but...
No? Okay, well, I guarantee you these two have definitely ordered some stuff from the catalog. Some wives might have been ordered. No, I'm just kidding.
No wife.
No.
It wasn't... I completely lost my train of thought after you.
Yeah.
Went to Barnes and Noble. Yeah, my son bought me for my birthday, or whatever it was. I don't know what it was. Bought me a gift card, and went for Barnes and Noble. So we went to Barnes and Noble, and I had been in Barnes and Noble a long time. Mm-hmm. And so I'm looking for stuff. I'm looking at books and this, and I don't try to buy a lot of books anymore because I'll look at them once and then they sit on the rack and I don't pick them up again. Mm-hmm. So I might get back to the magazine rack, and I was just surprised how many magazines are still out there. I was like, man, all these freaking magazines.
Yeah, but I think everyone goes in and just reads it in the store now.
I bought a magazine.
You bought a magazine? Wow.
Yeah, I bought a magazine. Yeah. But it was on
which magazine did you? Oh, Land Rover. Okay.
Land One, and then one bought Firearms News's compendium with all the articles from the whole year.
Okay.
Which cuts to the chase. You get all.
Is that like reading for when you go in the bathroom over there at the shop, or?
When I go to the bathroom, I don't read.
Oh, okay. No time. Just strictly handling only business.
Usually when it gets time to go to the bathroom, I need to go to the bathroom.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Yeah. No hanging out in there.
Let's go do some reading. Yeah. Yeah. And besides, it's hot in the shop too, so it's not like it's a pleasurable experience or anything. It's like
no. SoCal Gunner wants to know what's Tony's channel. He wants to know what's your channel.
Simon Says Train.
Okay, Simon Says Train. There you go. I don't know if you want to tell the folks about your channel as well, Mike.
If you go to YouTube, just look up M-W Tactical. If you go to Gunstreamer, look up M-W Tactical. But I pretty much post everything on Instagram, which goes to Facebook and Twitter, I think.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, Jay Keith says when Die Hard came out, HK blew up.
Yeah.
So is that true?
It
was it the movie?
It didn't hurt anything. I mean, like when Saving Private Ryan came out, people said M1 Garands, Thompsons. The prices started going up on some of those guns after that movie came out because it put it in people's. Oh wow, that's cool! I want to get one of those.
Yeah.
I wanted to get the 20. I wanted to get the 20 millimeter German gun they had in it, but that's a little hard to get.
I think enemies
you should have probably done it. What? Yeah.
Enemies at the gate jacked up the price of Soviet Mosin snipers rifles.
Oh yeah.
and people just started making fake ones. Yeah.
Anytime you put that stuff in front of people, like, oh man, those are cool. Well, I want to get one of those. You know?
Nowadays, it's like the rap videos and stuff like that. I mean, I think it's still movies. I think people still see guns in movies, and they're like, "Hey, I have to have this gun because I saw it in this movie or whatever."
Well, I mean,
I think John Wick, the Combat Master. Yeah. I think that's back ordered right now.
Yeah. John Wick is probably selling. If it was up to the firearms industry, we're gonna get John Wick 200. So.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
But dude, it's a $3,500 gun.
Yeah, it's about 38, 39, something like that.
Yeah, I mean, because Corinne had it, I shot it, and dude, that is wow. That is just wow. One piece of hardware that is an amazing shooting gun.
Yeah.
But that price, baby, wow.
So the pants has
pay for what you weigh, right?
Yeah. Oh.
Hey, what was that? Mike?
Yeah. What was up with that one?
It's a heavy gun with a heavy price tag.
Oh, okay. All right. No subliminals.
Watch yourself. They're slick.
Yeah.
Hashtag largest.
Hey, I shoot
Yeah.
a
Top of
Q5.
firearms truck in America.
Hey, I just
Yeah.
shoot a Q5. That's all
Yeah.
I know.
Don't mess with a locksmith and that's also a big
Oh,
dude. You
No,
will.
me
hey,
and Tony cool.
Yeah.
oh, dude, Mike was running the flashlight doing my night suit when all of a sudden my Glock decided to jam and not feed rounds, and Mike being helpful turned the flashlight off, so I had to do the clearances in the dark.
Yeah. So, okay, let me get this in because it's funny from the pants. The pants says in New Jersey, magazines are limited to 10 pages or less. So there you go.
That was funny, man, because gun
Yeah.
magazines disappeared, dude. Like you can find it in Barnes and Noble. You can find it and it's hilarious because one of my accounts is a major grocery store. I don't know if you have them around there, Super Fresh, A&P, whatever you want to call it. And as a kid, I'd go into A&P down south, in Virginia, and boom, the magazines would have all the gun magazines in.
Yeah.
And in Jersey, again, my career in Jersey here started in '93. And I just watched that magazine start disappearing out of the stores again because it was my account, and I'd just go look, curiosity. And in North Jersey, gone, dude. I mean, pretty much until the middle of the state, you can't, or at least I couldn't find a gun magazine in the grocery store in that magazine rack. Like they just started disappearing.
Okay.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Mike. Which one of you guys wanted to go here? Mike?
No.
No, I just said wow. But then again, print journalism is like a dying breed because you can pull it up on your phone, your computer now.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I think like Walter said, they're still out there though. I mean, there's companies buying up other companies. So.
I was surprised how many. There's a lot of I would say fancy magazines. Like lifestyle magazines. Recoil's one of those, but there's other ones that deal with motorcycles, that deal with different like what do you call that? People going off-roading.
Overlanding.
Overlanding, yeah, and the overlanding guys cross into the gun world too because you really need to carry a gun when you're overlanding. By the way. Yeah. And
it's probably a good idea. Look at those. Yeah. Look at those. Did you see those kids from Canada that are on the run, just like on some kind of suicide run, killing people? Did you see it? Look that up in the news.
Oh wow,
that's crazy. You didn't hear about that? There's like some kids in Canada that they're on some kind of suicide run, and they're just going, killing someone, burning the car down, then switching out to another car. They still haven't caught them yet.
Oh,
yeah, you haven't seen that?
Bonnie and Clyde thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
In Canada.
In Canada so far, I don't know if they cross over the border. DCG 44 says, Walter, that he wants to know if you want some Land Rover mags free, but they're older ones.
No, I'm all right. I'm good. I'm good. Thank you. Thank you though.
Yeah, you're on your Land Rover kick right now.
Well, I mean, there's a thing called the internet, right?
Yeah. You want to tell us about this? You want to tell catch the dudes up to the Land Rover thing?
Looking at some Defenders, buying some Defenders and stuff. It's a possibility, importing them and selling them, things like that. Yeah.
Getting hot and heavy for these Defenders, huh?
Well, I guess.
Yeah.
Military
That's how it goes. That's how it goes, man. You saw those things. It implanted itself in your brain.
That's been on my sights for a while, so it's not relatively new.
You gotta scratch that itch. You gotta scratch it.
Yeah, that's what she said.
Yeah. Motorboater says, "Look what Dirty Harry did to the 44 mag."
Oh, that was funny. And I was a child doing that, but yeah, Dirty Harry comes out, and all of a sudden, everybody buys Model 29 Smith & Wesson Model 29s. But they look. You can't go from not owning a handgun to owning a 44 mag. So they said the stories were. The people would go in and they'd wait because, of course, you had a waiting list. They'd wait, get their 44, buy their box of ammo, go shoot it, come back, selling the 44 back with like 6 rounds missing out of the box. They were like, done.
That's enough.
And they just sell it again. Yeah, you can't go from 0 to 44 Magnum.
Yeah. So how many of those did they sell during like the big Dirty Harry times? I'm guessing that's like late 70s, early 80s, right? That's when Dirty Harry was
late
the man.
70s. Well, here's the thing. Not only did, of course, Smith & Wesson sell because he had a Model 29, but pretty much everything 44 sold because people wanted one. And if you couldn't get the Smith, you'd get a Ruger.
Ruger Blackhawk or a Ruger Red Hawk or yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't even know if was the Ruger Red Hawk out then.
I don't know.
I thought it came in the mid '80s.
Yeah.
But they get a Ruger Blackhawk. So everybody benefited. The industry benefited by selling 44s that nobody used.
So let me ask you this. I was thinking about this earlier in regards to like Mike. When did everyone started getting into the competitive shooting, like 2-gun, 3-gun thing that we see now? When did that come into play?
For me, for me, it started. I was taking the Homeland Security course, firearms course, when I was in the Army, and the instructor, he took the class to a competition match. And I think the one thing that blew my mind was when I did my first competition match, I'm sitting there thinking like, okay, yeah, I already been overseas. I've been in firefights, so this ain't nothing. And it was like a woman that was 55 years old blew me out. I mean, like literally, she was running that course, running the gun, and I was like, "What in the world just happened here?" And of course, when you looked at the results, all of us was at the bottom.
Wow. Okay.
So that's what drove me.
That's what got you into it. The thing I was trying to find out is like when did people in America actually start doing that? Was this always going on?
80s.
Was in the 80s? Okay.
It was the 80s. Yeah. What happened? At least my crazy history, and it comes from. Soldier of Fortune out in Vegas would put on the Soldier of Fortune shoots, and that was shotgun and rifle, I think. And as far as I know, 3-gun kind of grew out of that because it was more tactical teams. I still remember reading it in the magazines because they'd have, the Soldier of Fortune thing in the back of the Soldier of Fortune magazine, the Invitational, and it was in Vegas, and it was mostly cops and soldiers.
Okay.
And I think it just grew out of that because, of course, like any competition that drives innovation and stuff got gamey. It became gamer-like. And
used to get
it
prizes
became
back then, though, didn't it?
Oh, man. Oh, yeah, lots of prizes, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, it was huge.
Okay.
And I think of course, it was cops guns. It was SWAT teams competing. So rifle, pistol, and shotgun eventually became the thing. And then regular civilians could compete, too, in teams. But it was real heavy law enforcement. And then the civilians came in and just kicked their butts because they practice a lot. You know how cops are. I mean, they have to go compete, or if the department's not paying for it, a lot of dudes don't step up and do the extra effort. And with those prizes, hey man, civilians came in and kicked butt. And now it's a civilian thing mostly, and cops and military and law enforcement kind of stay away from it. That's changing now, but it was egos were involved. You know how you felt, Mike, when you got your butt kicked by a 50-year-old woman. A lot of dudes, they can't handle that. They don't look at that as a challenge. They look at that, I don't need to go there because they're gun nuts. That's
why the older ladies like the MW Tactical. Just
Hey,
I noticed.
Don't ask and tell.
I see like all the ladies like, hey Mike, what's up? I can see all that. So when did you see all of this, Walter? Were you ever into that? I don't know.
I mean, I never did that stuff. I still haven't, just because I haven't. But yeah, like what he was saying about Soldier of Fortune, that was always in there. There was always competition stuff. I would probably say it started like probably even before then, but it wasn't as big as it is now. Okay. Or as widespread. Yeah. Or as wide, with different.
The technology and the guns.
There's
and
teenagers. There's every age group that shoot 3-gun and do all that stuff. So
now there's a lot of kids that are doing it, and they're badass.
And then the manufacturers sponsor teams, and it's just. Yeah, it's grown.
And so what was the gun back then? Like the 1911? That was the handgun in the beginning? What was, I'm assuming they weren't doing these competitions with revolvers and stuff like that, right? There might be special stuff for that. Obviously, there's like the cowboy category.
I can just go by stories I remember. And again, this is because I read the magazines until they fell apart. So, I remember LAPD being out at one competition. It was a sniper's competition in this particular story. And the sniper's rifle went down. They were shooting off the roof at targets like at 100 yards plus. And the cop pulled out his Beretta 92. either it was the 92 or the 40 cal version of 92, which I think is the 96, right? And he made a 100-yard shot and finished the competition out. So I know they had the Beretta out there at that time because LA was one of the first ones that adopted the Beretta after the military did, and that was definitely mid 80s.
Okay. Were you going to say something to that, Mike?
Yeah, I was going to say that I lost my train of thought.
Okay. He's looking at the ladies in there.
I
Billy Phoenix says, I'll tell you, Keanu looks boss shooting with Turan Tactical, and Halley was good too. Yeah. They're probably going to be making like those movies 2 at a time now, I think. I'm pretty
Well,
sure.
I'm kind of glad for Taron Butler. Not him specifically, but the industry as a whole, that they're going to improve the gun handling in some of these movies because, man, we all remember how ridiculous it used to be, and they've just raised the bar up. If you're serious about making a gun-centric movie, you're going to have to actually hire somebody and train these guys.
Because people right now know better, I think, right? You know, there's more. The video games are more realistic. The movies are coming out more realistic.
You can't get 100 shots out of a revolver. Come on. Come on, man.
You know, that's just like anything else. If you watch, like if you're a boxer or a jiu-jitsu practitioner, when you watch movies and the fight scenes, you'll be like, "Oh, that's not real," or
guns are coming
how
out.
did he actually do that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Shout out to John Crump. I see him out in the chat, by the way. Shout out to John Crump. Okay, we got guns coming out. Let's see here. Let's go to Tony first. What you got, Tony? A Henry rifle, I'm guessing. Psychic powers.
Yes, sir. Henry rifle, Golden Boy.
Nice.
22.
22.
Nice. Awesome. That's beautiful. All right, let's see. Walter, what you got?
Whipped out the M10X.
Let me whip something out right here.
Which is kind of a hybrid of a SIG and an AK and some other stuff all mixed together.
Right.
Got to shoot it some more.
Yeah.
Haven't shot it very much.
Okay. Is Mike ready? Mike, are you whipping something out?
Only thing I got right here is my EDC.
Oh, okay. No, okay. He didn't get that
Walther
one.
PPQ.
Oh, okay. Very nice. The
Yeah,
PPQ.
you know.
Awesome.
Whip this out and not the other thing, but
Yeah. Keep it all on the low. So check this out, guys. What? Yes, that's right.
Nice.
Sub 2000.
Sub 2000. Yeah,
That's
I
right.
want to get one of those.
Huh?
Hey, actually,
I wanna get one.
the range, the gun store that I go to a lot in Pennsylvania today had a used sub 2000 taking Glock mags.
9mm.
149.
Oh, really?
How
Wow.
much?
140. Was it 9mm?
Used one, 149.
And you didn't buy it?
Dude, what they do is every Friday they post their used guns up on Facebook, and I went to
that's a
their
good
shop.
price, man.
Yeah, that is a
Dude,
good
I
one.
was like,
You could have flipped that.
Was it
immediate.
9 or 40? Was it 9mm or 40?
it was 9.
9.
It was 9.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, you should have bought that bad boy. Was it in good shape?
I call first
I-
dibs.
Oh, it was rattle can. It was rattle can camo painted, and I'm like, I don't care.
Okay. That's why. Yeah. You can get that off sandblasted.
Just paint black right over top of it. Man. That's
Yeah, there you go. So anyway, this is cool. I like this, and it has the M Carbo mount on it. So there you go, that you could flip out. I don't know if you guys can see this, but
You're flipping out.
flip it
that
out.
was cool, man.
There you go.
When in doubt, flip it out.
Yeah. So there
When
you
in
go.
doubt.
That's yeah. Just be careful where you do
When
it.
in doubt, flip it out.
He's always on the edge, ain't he?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Oh,
let's
Walter's
go
going.
old school.
Walter's. Oh boy, hold on a second. Boom. There we go. That looks good.
We gotta do a black powder video, man. I got black
I
powder
know.
pistols I ain't even fired, man. I ain't fired this thing. Never.
I'm with you, man.
What caliber is that?
This one is I believe this one, I'm thinking it was 44, but I think it's 36. This is a 36 caliber.
Oh,
look at you.
Tony's
We're
going.
about to
He's
go-
going toe
we're
for
about to
toe
go
with
rob
you.
Abraham Lincoln.
I'm telling you.
Man.
This is a 44. This is a Remington 1858. I took it to, okay, I always wanted one as a kid, right? Always wanted a black powder. Always thought it was cool. Maybe it was too much outlaw Josie Wells. I have no idea. My partner at work said, hey, isn't this the thing you wanted? It was on sale at Cabela's. And he was like, I was like, yeah, that's what I want. Maybe one day. Dude, he reached in his pocket, pulled off like 3 bills and went, here, man, go buy it. Merry Christmas.
Oh, cool.
So
Nice.
I went and purchased it, and they had a military shooting competition, military firearm shooting competition up at a range in Cherry Ridge, New Jersey, Cherry Ridge Range, excuse me. And they had different time frames.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the time frame was Civil War era black powder that you could compete with, 50 yards, 8-inch, paper target, and it was called Vicksburg. So I entered with this. Everybody else had rifles. I'm sitting at the table with my box, fresh from Cabela's, bro.
Okay.
Cut the box open at the table and reading directions on how to load this. The guy running the competition came by and goes, "You're going to shoot that?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "Against guys with rifles at 50 yards?" I was like, "Yeah." So I learned to load it. It's 10 shots on target. I did it. All 10 shots hit the target. And I competed with him. And, of course, this ain't TV and this ain't a movie, so obviously I got my ass kicked. But I had fun. They only posted the winners on their website of, each category. But honorable mention, I got it, and they actually put the picture of my target up on the website because I competed against dudes with rifles with a handgun.
Okay, that's cool. SoCal Gunner is saying, "Where's the Gorn?" You are seeing Gorn right now. This is old school Gorn. This is your granddaddy's Gorn. Go ahead, Walter.
Tony, I got one of those 1858s also. But yeah, the Remington is one of the first one I got because that's the one I liked the most. This one I picked up at Knob Creek it was a private sale. Well, this is black powder. It doesn't matter. They're all private sales of black powder.
Mm-hmm.
In New Jersey, can you buy these without any permits and stuff?
No.
Wow.
This is the stupidity of Jersey. This is not a firearm in any other state,
Right.
except Jersey. If you purchase it in New Jersey, but I can legally purchase it in any other state and bring it into this state 100% legally without having to register it.
But if you get it in New Jersey, you have to register.
Yeah. So why don't
If
you
I
just
have
go
to
into
register-
So you just go to Pennsylvania and buy it.
Exactly.
Oh, Jersey, you're letting me down. You're letting me down, Jersey.
Understand, New Jersey, it's illegal to own a slingshot here.
For serious, for reals, right? Yeah.
What happened is under the assault weapons ban, there was something called a slingshot, I think it is, and it is a weighted lead, like billy club handmade thing, and someone misspelled it when they wrote the law with the assault weapons ban. It's one of the weapons you. And
So it became slingshot, and then slingshots are then illegal because someone misprinted it.
Yep, it was misprinted, but it got signed into law, and slingshots are against the law in Jersey.
Yeah. This is so stupid. Damn you, Jersey. Damn you. Every time you come on, Tony, and we talk about Jersey, I'm like, oh, man, I'm glad I moved. But I'm also glad that you're there fighting, Tony. I'm glad that you're there fighting.
Yeah. This is a beautiful state. The state, man, we have mountains, we have beaches, we have some of the most attractive women in the world because they come from all over to go to different colleges, universities, large hospitals. And of course, it's in the New York metropolitan area. Mm-hmm. But it's ruined by politicians and bad laws and high taxes. I mean, it just, all of that just kills it. And as someone from Virginia, I'm like, look, if I had to do it all over again, and I love my wife and I met her here, but hey, I might have had to date her online or something. I don't know. I just
you don't want to get into that world right now. By the way, Armament and Axis says, I see he's saying here he started competing in the 1990s. I think I shouted out John Crump, our friend who's in here. We're going to get him to come back and talk about some tech stuff here or whatever. He's the one that put us onto Minds. Are you guys on Minds? I know Walter is.
I did now, yeah.
Yeah, you guys, Tony, Mike, you guys heard of Minds?
What's Minds?
It's basically like a Facebook, social media type of thing, but it's kind of...
it's freer.
Yeah, it's a little bit more free, not tracking all your data and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, kind of working on the same system that they use at the back end for like Bitcoin and stuff like that. So the blockchain uses the blockchain. So if you get up on there, a bunch of us are on there. So
do they take all my stuff off Facebook and transfer it over?
No, they're not going to do that.
Use them both.
No, that's not going to happen.
Use them both.
But it's a good thing to get. Yeah. it's a good thing to get ready. Like, I think there's definitely stuff coming to all those social medias for gun guys. So this the guy that runs it, I think it's Bill Ottman. He was on Joe Rogan, but we had John Crump on, and he was talking about that. And he's like a tech savvy guy, and we were asking him, hey, what's the future in all of these things? Just like we've got Gunstreamer and other things, and he put us onto that. So I'm just trying to tell everyone about it. Mines, M-I-N. Yeah, there's a Amazon. I mean, not Amazon. There's an Apple and what is a Android app? Yeah. So if you go look there, MINDS, and it's got kind of like a light bulb. That's how you know where you're at. So.
Yeah.
Oh, Minds. M-I-N.
Like your mind. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I was thinking it was not yours, but mine's. Somebody wrote
M-I-N-E?
Somebody wrote about New Jersey, and they said those non-NFA guns. Yes, a friend of mine runs Modern Materials, and they have the SBF, and it pretty much, with the 11.5-inch barrel AR, with the SB tactical stock and vertical foregrip. And somehow that falls. The New Jersey State Police approved that. So I know.
Oh, really?
My boy was actually about the other day. Yeah, so that's legal 100%. And a friend of mine who supported the diversity shoot, he sells those Modern Materials.
Yeah. Okay.
And that was really cool, man. Thanks, guys, for pointing that out, because I'd forgotten about that. That got approved, and I didn't really understand it, because we know our Attorney General Gowald is the one that actually is trying to sue. Was it New Frontier Armory? Because they sold 80% lower to somebody. They sold 80% lower to New Jersey state troopers that were posing as regular people.
That's entrapment, ain't it?
Yeah, because 80% lowers are illegal here. You can't build your own gun.
So there's a case against a New Frontier for that, or?
Yeah. The New Jersey state, New Jersey's Attorney General is a real nut bar, and he's really trying to shut down all kinds of stuff. Yeah. And they ordered 80% lower, and I think they ordered what was the Surefire magazine, 60 or 90 round Surefire?
Yeah.
They ordered that, and someone shipped it to Jersey. And I'm like, well, that's on you. That's not on the company. They didn't break the law. You did.
You did.
How is that the company's fault? I mean, it says it on every website. We don't ship certain things, and if it slides through the gap, that's still on you. You broke the law, not the company.
That's not going to stop them from going after people.
No.
Yeah, and what they're trying to do is circumvent. What is? I'm sorry, I can't think of the act, the law that stops them from suing gun companies out of business by bringing lawsuits against them, but pretty much that's what he's trying to do.
Okay.
He's trying to do that.
Yeah, there's a bunch of nuts up in your state house, to be honest with you. Chock full of nuts.
Chock full of nuts.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Walter, was there something you wanted to?
Yeah, I noticed on the ammoland.com website, there's an article about 4 Colt Cobra revolver models approved for sale in California.
Oh, really?
So, yeah.
Okay.
So Colt went through the whole process of getting them approved, and they're approved for California. So.
Yeah, and it's a humdinger of a process from what I hear. Yeah. Brian Quick says the director and creator of Miami Vice, Michael Mann, was one of the first to bring proper gun handling to the screen. Which you know what? Yeah, that's. Miami Vice did a lot of stuff for guns, right? We could say that.
Oh, yeah, you got to like the MAC-10.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah, for reals.
That was one of my favorite. That was one of my favorite guns too, the MAC-10.
Yeah.
He brought forward the Bren 10. He was one of the dudes that came up with the gun tub that.
Well, that's what Walter was making those. The AOWs, Walter. That was on Miami Vice.
Oh, the
AOW shotguns.
Yeah, the little
Like the little sawn-off.
I'm trying to think of the actual name of it. It's Ithaca. Ithaca Stakeout.
Stakeout?
Oh,
okay.
okay. Yeah. Stakeout.
Right, because they made that for. And they made that for the TV show, right? And then people started wanting to buy those. Is that what was going on?
Right. Yeah,
okay.
that was the beginning of that. Yeah.
Okay, are those big collectibles now, or what's the deal with that?
An original one is more collectible. My stuff, not so much. Some of the other ones, not so much.
Okay.
Because they're all kind of knockoffs. But,
okay. All right.
But AOWs, that's cool.
Yeah.
Can you have AOWs in New Jersey? Listen to this.
Oh boy.
Oh, see, you just
Yeah.
now.
By the way, the
But-
juice
but,
says Grandpa Gorn to you guys, showing the single actions. But it was cool. Single actions are cool.
Hey,
let's
these
keep
are
it-
so. I was never into black powder at all for the longest time. But once you get some black powder guns and you play with them and you load them up and all that stuff, it's cool, man.
Yeah, but he's going. Okay, the juice is going in. He says AARP approved.
Nice.
Hey,
He says saggy #saggy ball Gorn.
I look at these as SHTF guns too.
Oh, okay.
Should hit the
Yeah.
fan guns because I can make black powder and I can cast bullets.
Understand?
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey,
What's
it's
up?
one civil war. One civil war.
Yeah. Do you know the juice? He's going in, man. He's like, he says, I thought New Jersey is where New Yorkers flush their toilets. Oh,
No,
that's hard.
it's where New Yorkers dumped all the toxic waste. That's
Yeah,
what they
and the
did.
prisoners, like Rahway. I don't know.
It's where all the keepers run when that paradise they create gets too expensive for them to live in. That's what happens here in Jersey. It's full of New Yorkers that ran away from New York. One cool thing, we were actually going to have this because people who are either prohibited persons or you're waiting because your life has been threatened by someone and you want a firearm to protect yourself. Black powder right here is just as effective today as it was 100 years ago.
Oh yeah.
All right, so yeah, terroristic threats, you fear for your life, carry your butt over to PA, pick yourself up a black powder, learn to use it, learn to load it, and it's better than a sharp stick if somebody's coming after.
And
You now,
you got
I
6
had a friend.
shots.
Mm-hmm.
You got 6 shots. When you load this and put it together correctly, it's just as
Lethal.
just as effective as it was and lethal. I mean, you have a 145 grain .45 bullet or projectile coming out of the barrel at 800 to 900 feet per second,
Yeah.
and it's pure lead.
Yeah, listen, do what you have to do. It's terrible that all these things are going on, you know what I mean? That's why, like, shout out to the guys from Franklin Armory that sponsor the channel, but that's why they're out there working on things that, on alternatives. I know they get a lot of crap for this, right? But this is why people are out there working on alternatives so that you can legally defend yourself until we can roll back all this crap, you know? The motorboater says, all this New Jersey talk makes me happy to be in Texas where not everything is illegals.
Okay, understand this, Texas and everybody else who goes, New Jersey's really jacked up. New Jersey got jacked up because people sat on their butt and didn't participate in the political process. So don't think your state is safe because, as we know, they're going on a state by state and they're trying to turn back the gun laws. They can't get passed nationally.
Mm-hmm.
So they're attacking everyone on the state level.
Mm-hmm.
That's their goal. So just pay attention to your politics. I don't like it. I hate politics. And that's why I attack it the way I do I'm a gun dude and I like introducing people to firearms. So that's how I'm trying to grow the community and make people politically aware from that.
No, but I know it's after 9, we got to wrap up here. But I know on my part, and lots of people appreciate the fact, man, that you're sticking in there in Jersey and fighting the good fight. I know you need to get people to get up and get behind you and all that kind of stuff. That's why we try to have you come on. And, you know, I mean, this is what it's all about here. So, you know, at some point, if we don't fight for it, it's going to wind up everywhere. So there you go. All right, so...
Free Hank Balls. Hey, Tony.
Yeah, that's from Morpheus W. I don't know. Hashtag.
What does that mean?
So fine. All right, he snuck that one in. Okay, listen. Do you guys want to wrap this up? Let's. What do you guys? Okay, let's start with Tony. What are you doing for this weekend? And then how can the folks out there keep up with you and follow you? Yeah, it's the weekend. It's the weekend, Walt.
It doesn't seem like it for some reason. Why doesn't it seem like
I know.
a Friday? I don't know what it is, man. I don't know.
Yeah, I agree with
let
you.
me see. This weekend is the Minuteman Challenge handgun edition. So if you want to participate, it's at Fort Dix, New Jersey, Sunday at 11 a.m. Register now, register tomorrow. Just go ahead to MinutemanChallenge.com. You can get in on it. A lot of fun. You can follow us on Simon Says Train on Instagram. The second is for everyone, or Simon Says Train on Facebook. If you want to help us with our mission, Patreon.com. Second is for everyone.
Right.
Second is for 2A4E podcast is how you type it in and it will come up.
Right.
I'm also doing something right now. Get in on a $20 and above. That's my only hint, but something's big coming on August 1st. You really want to be a $20 or above patron on my page. Let's just say I'll give a hint. It involves your FFL. All right. Then you can also help us out on GoFundMe, of course. Second is for everyone. And the money goes towards me helping hosting these events, because again, I order $150 in pizza and soda per event. The money you can buy.
Are you the only one that eats that, or is that for everyone? No, okay. I had to sneak that in there. Okay, he's gonna get me for that one. It's love. It's love, man. You know, it's love. It's love.
So what I'm trying to do is also get to the point. My volunteers come in, they spend their money, they spend their time, and they spend their ammo. Mm-hmm. And I'm trying to get to the point where I give them ammo.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And thank them for their time. So yeah, I beg for money. I have no shame in my game. Yes, help me support this thing. If you want to buy one of my cool T-shirts, I do not get paid on this particular shirt. What we call this is a rally shirt. So you can wear this, gun control equals racism 2A4E. You can buy it at 1022clothing.us. It's like 5'11", but twice as big, because nothing on 5'11" fits me. So I came up with 22clothing.us. The shirts go up to 6X. Again, it's $10 for this shirt.
Yeah.
So you buy it. You and your friends can wear them to rallies, and one picture's worth 1,000 words. You can make people think, you can instigate a conversation. That's why I'm not trying to make any money on it. But I do have a $25 shirt on that I can get something from that. Has my logo on it. It's a redirect to my T-shirt guy, bcggear.com.
Okay.
So 1022clothing.us. Let me see. Those are my things, man. And I mean, I appreciate you having me on.
Oh, you're welcome, man.
Thanks, guys, for helping me. Of course, I got my podcast. 2A4E podcast, and that's available in most places you can listen to a podcast.
Awesome. Thank you. Yeah, lots of folks here. Thank you for coming on, asking us to have you back on. Morpheus W says the 2 bags of balls behind me. That's what he's talking about. Free the balls. Okay, thank you. All right, I get it.
Sure.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see. Walter, what are you doing for this weekend, and how can the people out there follow you, sir?
Nothing spectacular as far as the weekend goes. Just doing some stuff around here. Mm-hmm. Finishing that trailer project, I hope. You can follow me on Instagram. You can follow me on Facebook, Safety Harbor Firearms. On Gunstreamer, Safety Harbor Firearms. On Mines, as Safety Harbor Firearms, all one word. Mm-hmm. There's some Twitter. On YouTube, Safety Harbor Firearms. Also, Mower Death, if you want to see some things get blown up. We're going to work on some more of that, too, so...
Yeah,
I've got some ideas, but anyways, yeah. So that's what I'm up to.
Yeah, absolutely. And then let's go over to Mike. By the way, Mike, Enrique Sonora says, "Great to see you. Good to see Munitions Tactical on the show." So, what are you getting up to this weekend? How can the folks out there follow you?
Only thing I'm doing this weekend is I'm recharging the battery. I'm taking it easy. I'm going to get out the sun because I've been in the sun every day for the past 2 weeks, and it has been really hot here in South Carolina. Mm-hmm. But if anybody wants to follow me, please go to Instagram and look up Munitions Weapons Tactical, or just do a search for M-W Tactical, and then you'll see the at Munitions Weapon Tactical pop up. Facebook, I'm at Munitions Weapons Tactical. And then we also have the M-W Tactical podcast. That is, season 1 is complete, but you can catch up on season 1 because we're going to be starting season 2 here not too far off.
Okay, very cool, very cool. Let me see. By the way, all the folks that are out there still, if you don't, smash the thumbs up. If you like us, if you hate us, do the thumbs down. That helps us too. That's how the algorithm works. It's all awesome. Thanks to all those people doing that. It's amazing and great. We appreciate it. So, Brian Quick wants to know what's Tony's favorite Billy Ocean song before we get out of here. Shout out to Hopped Out of Gun Control, who's coming in here at the last minute, but we appreciate him. He's got our back all the time. So, what's your favorite Billy? You know what? Yeah, if anyone could think of a Billy Ocean song, let me see. I'm gonna have to look. I'm gonna say Caribbean Queen.
I like Love Zone.
Oh, Love Zone. Walter,
Man.
you got any
Yeah, I went
Billy
for the
Ocean?
beach side. That's right, son. Don't mess with me.
Yeah, and represent. Yeah, I don't know, Walter.
I just go Caribbean Queen. That's all.
Yeah, Walter. That's the best thing to do.
I'm going simple.
Yeah, that's the best thing to do because you know that he's not. This is his question. Every single time, Brian Quick. I'm not sure what's going on with him. You know what? I think Brian Quick might be Billy Ocean.
Probably is.
Yeah. Is Billy Ocean still with us? Cause
Yeah, he's still alive.
yeah, it might be Brian Quick. He might be Billy Ocean in disguise or something like that. So, yeah, we got some other people saying Caribbean Queen. Anyway, look, great. It was the weekend's over. Great weekend. I'll see you guys next week. It's been a lot of fun. Stay safe out there. Thanks to everyone for coming on. Tony Simon from 2A for everyone, and Simon Says Train. Of course, Mike from MW Tactical. Walter from Safety Harbor Firearms. Thanks so much, Walter. Everyone else out there, we are out of here. We will see you. Peace to the
Black
outs.
powder!
We're out of here.